The band is under the direction of Anthony Tate, Assistant Director Brian Rowland, Percussion Director Evan Danielson, Color Guard Instructor Alex Fleury, Visual/Percussion Tech Anna Anger Kappa, and Drum Major Miles Wecker. They are joined by the LTU Cheer and Dance Team, coached by Lauren Allen Bird, assisted by Kendall Antioch, and graduate assistant Elena Moore. We ask alumni, students, and staff to please join the LTU Blue Devils marching band in the playing of the school alma mater, the LTU hymn.
This Lawrence Tech Athletics broadcast is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are proud to be the automotive sponsor of LTU Athletics. Chevy drives the Motor City. Henry Ford Sports Medicine treats the whole athlete. To make an appointment, visit henryford.com/athletes. And Michigan First Credit Union. Michigan First offers a full range of financial products and services, including checking accounts, mobile deposit, student loans, and car loans. Visit michiganfirst.com for details.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Southfield on the campus of Lawrence Tech. I'm Dave Siseski, alongside my partner, as always, Grant Perry. Lauren Plant will join us on the sidelines this afternoon as well. Grant, let's get right into it. Listen, we talked with Coach Merchant earlier this week, and he said this is one of the better defenses, Sienna Heights, that they've seen on tape and on the field all season long. Going to be a big task for them, but if they are going to get a victory, you got to get Devon Bentley and crew going on the ground.
Absolutely. It starts with Devon Bentley, and it starts with the run game. Any good team has success when the run game's going. Opens up the perimeter, allows the pass game to develop. Look for Searsaw, look for Jaden Rembert to make an impact once Devon Bentley gets going. It really starts with the run game. We saw when he had the 300-yard rush game, Lawrence Tech went out on top. So let's see if they can duplicate that today here versus their in-state rival, Siena Heights.
On the other side, let's talk about that defense. We've brought this up time and time again. It's that front seven. They're a big key today. You have to help out that secondary, not put them on an island and get some pressure.
Well, yeah, especially with the way that the secondary is right now. There's a lot of injuries. I think there's 7 able bodies for those 4 positions, so not a lot of rotation going on. A lot of freshmen being asked to, step up in these places. So it starts with the D-line, kind of like the run game for offense. D-line, if you can create pressure, allows everyone else to play fast, gives everyone else a little bit more time to do their job. Last week, 3 sacks. I know it wasn't the game and the result we wanted, but 3 sacks season high, that's something to work off of.
Coach Merchant also said, look, they're at a little bit of a crossroads right now, but hey, conference play starts today versus Siena Heights, so your season starts today.
Starts today, and you got to have amnesia, especially with a game like last week. Got to move on, got to think about the next play, the next day, the next game, and it starts today. Like you said, conference play, in-state rival, Siena Heights. Great defense they have over there at Siena Heights with an offense that's ready to go here today for Lawrence Tech. Should be a really good one. I'm excited for it.
Hey, a big opportunity for Lawrence Tech here. It's Lawrence Tech, Siena Heights kickoff coming your way next.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just 4 walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back in for the broadcast of Lawrence Tech taking on Siena Heights. David Siseski alongside my broadcasting partner, Grant Perry. Grant, 70 degrees in October in Michigan here. Where else would you rather be than watching some college football?
I can't think of many places. I mean, the weather's fantastic. Called a game last night over in Mason and Lansing area, and it was a little chilly. And, today the sun's out. It's feeling good. We're in the low 70s, high 60s. Should be a good one.
This is an opportunity, as we talked about in the pregame, a chance for Lawrence Tech to start this season kind of over here, as they're going to play some conference play against Siena Heights. Obviously, the season right now for them, they're 0-0, right? Looking for that first conference victory, and this could be a way to right their season.
Yeah, and you got to look at it from the perspective of, hey, okay, the season hasn't gone the way that we wanted to, but you got to find a way to come through on the other side. Find ways to motivate yourself and work through the adversity, right? Figure out what guys on this team are committed and bought into the process and trusting these coaches. And looking forward today, the goal is to go 1-0 today and then make it 3-0 versus the Michigan teams.
Now listen, what does Lawrence Tech do? We know they run the ball. They run the ball well. Devon Bentley, Keon Sanders, but the Siena Heights defense, we talked with Coach Merchant, and he says, listen, they do a heck of a job against the rush. So you have to think if they can get that running game going, obviously it'll open up the pass. That'll prove to be well for them if they can get this offense and get those points on the board.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose there, Dave. Getting the run game going, that's first and foremost. This is a good defense that Siena Heights brings to the table. They got guys at the linebacker position that like to tackle. They're not afraid of contact. The safeties on this defense like to play low and flat-footed, and they're looking for their keys to go and trigger on the run. So this O-line, O-line running backs and quarterback and the rest of that offense have to get together today and figure out a way to win first and second down. They have to make third down manageable today. In the past, as we know, when they get to third 10+, that's when it starts spiraling out of control. So if they can stay ahead of the chains throughout this day, that gives them the best opportunity to keep that offense on the field and keep things moving.
And listen, let's call it for what it is. They gave up over 70 points last week, right? Coach Merchant said it was kind of one of those things where, hey, we are at a crossroads. We have to figure out who our guys are here, or other players are going to be playing in those spots, right? So this is a time for players to step up and say, hey, I'm here for this rebuild. I'm here for this to help these players underneath me, the players around me, and really band together for the rest of the year.
Yeah, like you just said, I mean, it's a time for, the guys that want to buy in, the guys that are bought in, it's time to hunker down. It's time to get into that bunker and really just grab arms and look around and say, hey, okay, this is who we have. This is who we're going to roll with. Let's get out there and go. And Coach Merchant, talking with him this week, said, hey, if the seniors, the older guys aren't out there giving their full go, we're going to get these young guys going and get them in there, get them some time and get some experience going. So look for that today to see some new faces too.
Well, before kickoff, let's head down to the field level with the third member of our crew, Lauren Plant. Take it away, Lauren.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? So today is kind of officially Pink Out Day here at Blue Devils Stadium. The players have their pink socks. They've also got pink ribbon stickers on the back of their helmets. I won't tell you what I went through to get these. But obviously, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So many families affected by breast cancer. I am told that every single player has a designated person that they're playing for. I also heard that next season they're going to be donning full pink jerseys, so that'll be exciting. I heard they even have a black set in the works, so we'll see if you watch Monday Night Football. You know how cool that looks. But right now, it's focusing on Siena Heights. Happy Mardi Gras.
Love it. Thanks, Lauren. Thanks. Yeah, it's the pink on the jerseys there, obviously for a good cause, and we're hoping that we can get some good play from this Blue Devil offense here to get things started. Now, last week, on the road, they did score on their first possession, but it's really just keeping the foot on the pedal here. So they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Schuster going to the air game here. Hits his receiver, gets some positive chunk yardage there. Believe that was Jaden Rembert. It was Rembert getting involved early, and you like to see that. Obviously, he was coming off that injury a couple games ago and starting to get his feet underneath of him.
Yeah, I think we should really start seeing Jaden Rembert really take off, really take these strides to help this offense as he gets better each week and gets more healthy. Really good job right there running that across the middle stop route, caught the ball, made this a second down and very manageable.
So 2nd down and 3. They'll hand off to Devon Bentley, and not a lot of room. We talked about it. This defense is going to be the toughest matchup they've played all year round, and as you see there, not a lot of room for Bentley. That'll set up third down and short 3.
Yeah, right there. I mean, Anthony Merlot is trying to push down, trying to block that inside gap. The run's supposed to go to the left side there at D-line and ends up shooting inside. There'd be a good cutback lane there if he had the opportunity to see it. Defense ends up shooting to the right side of the formation there and tackling him for a short gain, if any at all.
So 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Schuster drops back, throws, hits Rembert. Rembert's going to move the chains for a first down. And there you go. Love to see that relationship evolve here in front of us. Rembert getting more involved, and that's probably a point of emphasis for this offense. And you know this was in conversation. Hey, get it to our playmakers, especially in that pass game.
Yeah, you want to get it to your playmakers here early. And like we said, coming in today, the run game was going to be emphasis too. But don't want to give away all your cards, right? Come out here, do some things the defense might expect, get some easy throws, build some confidence for Schuster. Right now they're rolling.
Bentley in the backfield. Fake to him. Schuster. Pocket breaking down, and he's brought down for the sack. Just not a lot of time there. Faked it and had somebody right in his face. You don't see that often with this offensive line, but that front 7 causing some havoc here early on, getting that first sack, setting up a second down.
Yeah, a little run action fake there. 6-man protection, including the running back, so 6 guys blocking. Running back aborts the fake there, just couldn't get his out of the fake fast enough there. D lineman ends up shooting in, making that play.
So that'll set up second down. And a handoff to Bentley. Bentley going past the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown, Lawrence Tech. Oh, baby. There it is. Established that run, and Devon Bentley took it to the house. You can't start a ball game a better way in terms of, hey, these are the keys to victory. Yeah, this run defense is good, but they said, you know what? We're better. We're going to shove it down your throat.
You hit it right on the head right there. I mean, they just fantastic power football. You get a puller at the point of attack, lead blocker, and John Brunette, big, heavy, 26 number running back there, did a great job of kicking out, down kick. John Brunette comes through the hole, cleans it out, and then we always talk, hey, Devon Bentley's got that speed. Can he take it all the way right there? He puts it in the end zone. Much needed touchdown here on the first drive.
And this is why it's key to get some of those looks of those players, even in a blowout. Against Judson, Brunette got on the field, had a nice game in that second half, and they're like, you know, we like what we're seeing from him. Check out this run right here.
Yeah, really good job, and you're going to see John Brunette, number 26, great block there. Look at Nick Robinette, number 2, hustling downfield, trying to free up his running back there. I mean, that's just power football. They go out, they come out, they throw a couple of passes, get the defense to kind of get off and soft, and then they say, you know what, John Brunette lead the way in that hole to the left side, and Devon Bentley follows him into the end zone.
And Grant, obviously things look pretty good right now. Last week, the offense did score on their first possession as well, but here's the test. It's the defense. The defense needs to pace this offense as well, because obviously you give up 70-plus points. A tough week for them, but we'll see if they can get some pressure on the quarterback and cause some havoc. It is going to be up to that front 7 to cause some plays and cause some havoc, like I said, on that quarterback.
Yeah, and last week they're coming off that, disappointing performance, 77-14, but they had 3 sacks, so the D-line was able to get some pressure, and they're going to need that today, especially with how limited they are in the secondary, with Colin Martin probably starting at cornerback, and so they're going to have to get out here early today and get it going.
Sienna Heights. I couldn't hear, my own head think. So Sienna Heights will take over at the 40. At the 30. They're going to move this ball back on the holding call. So here we're going to get an opportunity for this defense to see what they can do and see if that front 7 can cause some problems. So first down at 10. Sienna Heights running that ball up the middle, and that's their talented running back, Brendan Hazenleader, and Hazenleader leads his team in rushing, and it's more of a Devon Bentley type of situation. He's going to get the ball in the bulk of this carry in this game, and that's a key. If this defense, which has played the run well, can stop him, you have to think they can stop this offense as well.
Exactly, and it starts with stopping Hazenleader, their lead tailback. I mean, he's got 100 more carries than the next back, so pretty easy to key on who's going to get the ball.
There's Hazenleader one more time on the left side, and runs through a tackle and picks up the first down.
Yeah, and Brandon,
so he'll pick that first down up, and there you go. You see it. Keeps the legs churning. He runs through a tackle. He's just a strong running back.
He is stout, got good size, sitting there, able to break through those tackles. He's a true running back, 5'9", 200 pounds, redshirt freshman. He's got those big tree trunks.
So that ball goes out of bounds and just a little too far out for the receiver to catch that. That'll set up 2nd down and 10.
And Lawrence Tech, they're going to have to tackle today.
So 2nd down and 10 here. Sienna Heights trying to pace this Blue Devil offense who came out and scored in their first possession. Good job by Lawrence Tech, but unable to bring the tailback down in the backfield. Had him dead to rights, but he's able to pick up some positive yards, and that's what you see from Brendan Hazenleader. Just a tough runner. He's got 552 rushing yards on the season, averaging over 4.5 per rush with 3 scores. It's good for 92 yards a ball game, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So first test of this ball game, the opening drive for Lawrence Tech. There's the fake and the handoff there, trying to hit his receiver, and believe he does hit him. That's number 10 who's able to catch. That's 10 Alexander, who's one of the stars on this receiving core, Grant.
And just, throttle it down, give his quarterbacks a safe angle, and wasn't the best throw, but he was able to corral that football and move those sticks.
So that'll move it up here, 1st down and 10. There they go to the run game one more time, and just a ton of guys he's running through. Time and time again, Brendan Hazenleader, we already said it, he averages nearly 100 yards a game with 3 scores, 4.6 per rush. Not quite numbers up to Devon Bentley, but that's their Devon Bentley on this side.
Yeah, it is. And one stat that isn't listed on the stat sheets, I would love for it to be, though, yards after contact. That's going to be a big thing for Hazenleader today, and we've already seen it. He's been able to break contact, break these arm tackles. So this Lawrence Tech defense got to rally the football, multiple guys at the point of attack.
Taylor hands off to his talented running back, but the turf monster brings him down there. He'll get the assist for Lawrence Tech, bring him down, and that'll set up another 3rd down and roughly 7.
And when your secondary is depleted like Lawrence Tech, it hurts you in a number of ways, right? You want to bring pressure to the quarterback, right? Add a 5th rusher or a 6th rusher even, but then you take away from your coverage in the back end. So then you rush 4, but then those guys don't get home immediately. So you got to play an even balance, find what works for you. I don't think Lawrence Tech's going to add pressure here, try to keep as many guys in coverage and just try to rally to the football.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Lawrence Tech trying to get the ball back. Elijah Taylor with some pressure in his face, able to get away, hits his man in the flat, and picks up another 1st down. It's 10 Alexander one more time. So you get the pressure, but unable to get to the quarterback, and Alexander hits his guy in stride. Taylor hits his guy in stride, Alexander with his 2nd catch of this ball game and this drive.
Yeah, Elijah was able to step up in that pocket, look from right to left. Saw that Sylvester Jones was matching 10 Alexander, crossing the field, but Sylvester Jones not as fast as 10. 10 was able to catch that ball and get a 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the 42. Hazenleader gets the carry one more time. We talked about it, running through tackles all the way inside the 20-yard line. I think he's broken about 5 or 6 tackles just on this drive alone. He's a tough runner.
Tough runner, low center of gravity, and you can tell, I mean, we're in the nosebleeds up here, but look at those tree chunks on him. You'll see here, watch the push up front by this Siena Heights O-line. I mean, he doesn't get touched until he touches the linebackers, and when he gets to the linebackers, Brody Snyder misses the tackle. He doesn't have both hands. He's got that club, and it's hard to wrap up when you got that club, especially with a guy like Hazenleader who's got these tree chunks and is looking for contact, looking to run past you. Right now they got to rally the football and tackle it.
So first down and 10 inside the 20 at the 16. Lawrence Tech up 7-0. Hazenleader gets the ball, goes to the right side. He's brought down a few Blue Devils over there on the tackle, and they'll bring him down. Aaron Mitchell leading the way. And that'll set up second down and 10.
And when you get down to this part of the area here is when you can have the ability to say, hey, all right, we don't need as many guys in coverage. We don't have that much ground to give up, right? They only have about 10 yards to get. So we can add some pressure, try to fill all these gaps. Sylvester Jones here sitting right in the middle of the defense. Wouldn't be surprised if that running back blocks, he adds on for a rush.
Taylor with Hazenleader in the backfield. 3 receivers in the bottom of your screen. Look out for Alexander here. They go right back to their talented back who goes up the middle. Brought down by who else? Brody Snyder there with the big-time tackle and keeping it to a minimal gain and setting up a third down.
I like the scheme there by Siena Heights. They put everyone on one side, and you can see Lawrence Tech, they all relate. All their defense moves to one side, leaving that back side empty. Run game had good numbers there.
There's a hurry up to the line of scrimmage, and Taylor trying to go forward there. Not a lot of room, but
it's going to be close.
We'll see here. We're probably going to be, if we don't get a measurement, it's going to be by a couple inches, if that.
And I think it's fourth down.
So good job by the defense there. That interior defense, big size there for the Blue Devils, setting up fourth down, and they'll keep the offense out here. This is a big opportunity for these Blue Devils right here. If they can get a turnover on downs, get their offense back out there. And like I thought, we're not going to see a snap here. They're going to take a timeout, talk about it, see if they want to come back out here and go for it. But we had a chance to talk with Coach Merchant. Now, obviously, listen, it was a little bit of a somber week coming off of, giving up so many points. The week before that, so much momentum, obviously before the bye, so much momentum, getting his first victory as a collegiate coach. They came out and beat Judson, but it's just the way of the game, right? Anything can happen on any type of Saturday. So are you passionate about sports? Do you excel at problem solving and thrive in team environments? If so, a major in sports management could be your ideal career path. Check all programs at LTU.edu. But Grant, going back to that, it seemed like he said, listen, this is a new season, and they've had some conversations with some of those players. We may see some of those younger players in this ball game. We'll see. But this is one of those games where it's, hey, show me what you got, and who are we here, fellas? Because we got to be consistent with this offensively and defensively each week. Yeah,
this is a really good opportunity for each one of these players individually to show how committed they are to this team and just by their play, right? Hustle, not quitting. That's a big thing that coaches want to see, no quit.
Got a bunch formation. It is the Wildcat, and that's their talented tailback. Looks like he did get it. Hazenleader leading the way there. And that will be a first down and set up a first and goal from the 8. And why not put it in your playmaker's hands? That's exactly what the Blue Devils are going to do. Kind of reminds you, he's a little bit of an undersized back, maybe like a Danny Woodhead or Zach Zenner type of guy. Big legs, but shifty.
Shifty, hard to bring down, always looking to fight for those extra yards, and that's what you want in a tailback.
Hazenleader in the backfield behind Elijah Taylor. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Taylor hands off to Hazenleader. But Lawrence Tech, the bunch of guys down there to bring him down for a short gain. And that'll set up second down. So 4:22 left in this first quarter. Lawrence Tech up 7-0. Long drive here for the Saints. Trying to punch it in and tie this up.
If you're Lawrence Tech, you got to be careful for any RPOs here down at in the red zone area.
There they go. Taylor fakes it and hits his man, and they'll score a touchdown to tie this up. But that's where your run game can set that up, Grant.
Yep, exactly. And you just make it look like a running formation. You fake the handoff there, and they just have a little tight end slide coming across the formation. You're just drawn up well. You try to marry up plays. That's what Siena Heights did right there. Made it look like a split zone type of run. And then he found, Quest Williams there, the H-back in the end zone. And, it's unfortunate. But when he comes from that other side of the formation, it's hard for those defenders. You got to either communicate and bump over, or you have to run over top. And there's a lot of things to get through that's mucky in there, and that's tough. So that's a good call by Siena Heights. Good response by them. Lawrence Tech, you're going to have to come out here and have another good drive.
Now, do you think we're going to see more blitzing from this Blue Devil defense today, Grant, just to get a little bit more pressure? Or does that hurt maybe a secondary that's still banged up? Yes, they got some players back, but there's still some injuries.
That's a good question. I think it's just all dependent on how they feel. Do they feel comfortable in Colin Martell down in coverage? Do you want to apply pressure, which then in return – there's short routes that you can then exploit. We saw early in the season linebackers had trouble covering those short routes, those crossing patterns. So it's kind of a give and go match, right? You do blitz, well then Siena Heights might start just dink and dunking you. Do you want to do that? Because then you lose more guys in coverage. I think you keep it to maybe third down, some type of exotic looks, maybe a Sylvester Jones or Brody Schneider off the edge or in the middle. But I would like to keep the nickel defender, the safeties and the corners in their position, just trying to cover and keep everything in front of them.
Well, Lawrence Tech's going to get this ball back, and if that first drive was any indication, going to be a lot of volume for Devon Bentley. He had 2 carries, but took it 59 yards. Had a long 59-yard run there for that touchdown, and we said, hey, that's going to be a key behind your run game. Lawrence Tech returning it. Bringing it back past the 20 and getting hit and going to go down. Good job by Siena Heights, but we got a flag on the field. I believe that was Garrett on the return. Tyler Garrett for Lawrence Tech. We'll see what this penalty is. And we got a hold on the Blue Devils, so this will get brought back even more. So if you're coaching staff, you got to stay away from that. Obviously, want to set up your offense for success. That does not help the cause. But listen, obviously it was a short drive for Lawrence Tech. Not a short drive, but in time length, right? You liked what you saw. Schuster was getting on target as well, 2 for 2, but both of those passes going to Jaden Rembert. Like to see him get it to his other playmakers, maybe Searsaw, get him involved, averaging nearly 100 yards per game. He's really been that security blanket.
He has security blanket, but also a big playmaker. I mean, Searsaw is catching these 5, 10-yard routes and taking it to the distance. Been really good in creating those explosive plays.
Speaking of explosive, Devon Bentley will only pick up a couple yards there, setting up second down. So it's 7-7, I do believe. Says 7-6 up there on the
missed extra point.
He did miss that extra point, so it was a little bit short. So that could be a key as well. Listen, special teams, we've seen it a couple times earlier in the year with this Blue Devil offense as well. Schuster with 3 receivers at the bottom of his screen. Trying to go to one of those receivers, and it's picked off. Oh, boy. Going to Tyler Garrett, and that cornerback read it all the way, Grant, and picked that route, jumped right in front of Garrett.
Yeah, you got to give credit to that Siena Heights defense. They load the line of scrimmage. They bring linebackers up. They have it looks like a 7-down front, but then they drop everybody and they only rush 3. Meaning you got 8 guys in coverage, and that's hard. That's a prevent defense essentially. So when you throw into a prevent defense, you got to be sure on your target right there. Shamar Askins did a great job of trailing the receiver, playing underneath the ball, and slipped in the window right when Schuster didn't think he was there.
We talked about point of emphasis. Listen, last week, 5 turnovers, 0 takeaways. You can't win ball games like that. Already 1 turnover in this one, an interception, and gives the ball right back to the Saints, and they're going to be driving at the 37-yard line and cooking. Taylor pulls it back, looking for a receiver down the left side. He's got his man, but how about that? Oh, and in and out of the hands of the cornerback for Lawrence Tech there. That's Mackenzie Libra, almost brought it in. Perfect coverage.
Yeah, and Mackenzie Libra, he's had some struggles covering that downfield go route. Siena Heights takes that in, put it on, it's on tape. They go ahead and scout it up. They come back, they try to attack him right here. Big play after a turnover. That's what you usually see. Elijah is going to be thrown to the bottom of the screen here, but watch the technique here by McKenzie. I mean, fantastic. He stays in phase, gets a hand on the hip, eyes back, and man, that would have been electric if he got that interception.
Taylor hits his running back in the flat, picking up some yardage. Limited gain there. But no, that's a great point. This is a secondary that's been banged up. Yes, that's one thing that the bye did help. Coach said that. But they've got some other players that they're moving over in other positions. And, that's just what they're going to have to deal with this year. He said this is our roster this year. They're going to have to bring in a lot more players next year, but making the most of what they got and asking their guys just to stand up and make some plays.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is when you have the opportunity to make the play, and they want to see that over and over.
3rd down and 7, low snap. Taylor picks it up, pressure in his face, just throws it, nobody home. Looks like his tailback, Hazenleader, was over there, wasn't looking for it, but you gotta love that. Getting some pressure, bringing a blitz there.
Yeah, really good job there. And Lawrence Tech gets lucky there. They motion down to the bunch, and bunches are tough, especially when you go man coverage. You lose, guys start to intertwine. One guy goes out, one guy goes in. Right there, they leave number 8 uncovered, and he's in the middle of the field wide open. But the bad throw by the quarterback allows Lawrence Tech to be not have a first down there, making this a 4th down.
Hazenleader in the backfield. This is 4th down and 7. Taylor got a lot of time, looking for someone downfield. Lawrence Tech making their way to the ball. And how about that? Nice pressure. Derek Agers almost came up with a sack, but hey, he had the quarterback right there when he was looking for his receiver and able to have that ball fall to the ground and turn over on downs. That's what you want to see from your front 7.
Yep, and when the offense makes a mistake, can your defense help you out? Can they pick you up? Can they play complementary football? And they do it right there. Really good job. Derek Agers not giving up on the play. Yeah, the quarterback gets outside the pocket, but go chase that thing down. Go show your hustle right there. He does. Almost gets a sack. Could have almost got a strip sack, but nonetheless, they turn the ball over there and give it back to the offense.
Listen, you're going to face adversity on the field. It's how you respond. Lawrence Tech responding with a big turnover there on downs, and they'll take back over this offense looking to move this ball at the 34. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Bentley in the backfield with Schuster. That's Keon Sanders. Keon Sanders on the left side, past the 40, over to the 50. Moving in past the 40 here near the 35-yard line. How about that from Keon Sanders? Says, hey, take a break. Devon, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, the little give and go right there. Hey, Devon, you got yours. Let me go ahead and get mine. Really good job. They bring a 5-down pressure on 1st down right there. Siena Heights does. But Lawrence Tech runs to the right side right there. They run off the left tackle. Dylan Tainer did a great job of getting the blocks. They blocked down, kicked out. And then Keon Sanders there broke a tackle, got downfield, and put some wheels on there and got big 1st down explosive play.
Another big play on the ground. This team has done this time and time again. Schuster, one more time, fakes it to Sanders, hits Rembert for the 3rd time already, and he'll move the chains. Rembert and Schuster starting to get some chemistry going here.
Yep, you can see the chemistry building there, the trust. I mean, that was you had to have that throw on Jaden right when he put it there. That safety, number 6, Brevin Jackson, was coming down fast, and that's not an easy catch. When you feel that guy coming down in your face and he's in your presence and you know he's going to try to hit you, those alligator arms come out. Sometimes you don't get the full hands on the ball, but really good job there by Jaden Rembert securing that catch, moving the chains. Every yard matters, especially when you get closer to that end zone.
Bottom of your screen, Searsaw and Rembert. But Bentley back in the game, gives him a carry, showing some slipperiness. He's brought down eventually after a couple yards. But, that's big. Obviously, they worked him in slowly back on the field. Rembert coming off that injury last year, but he was by far their best player at wide receiver for this team. He's a big help for this young quarterback.
Yeah, and when you have 2 guys that are solid receivers, Jaden Rembert, Brendan Searsaw, allows you to do a couple of things. One, you can go 12 personnel, which they're in now, 2 tight ends, 1 running back. It gives you 2 good receivers here, but it also gives you some good running formation as well.
Bentley in the backfield. Ball almost falls out of the hands of Schuster. Did not see the defensive end on the left side there in his blind spot, and it'll bring him down for the sack. So we'll take a quick timeout here. We're going to head to the second quarter here. After one quarter, Lawrence Tech leading 7-6. We'll be right back after the break.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new, magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
Happy Mardi Gras. All right, guys, we're back. Hey, 7-6 here as we get into the second quarter. You know, as we talk about division leaders here in the MSFA in the Mideast Division, we actually have a few guys that are represented. Schuster is third in passing per game, about 181 yards. He's fourth in touchdowns with 7. Devon Bentley, third in rushing, averaging about 113 per game. He's also fourth in rushing touchdowns with 5, he's fifth, but he's going to probably move to fourth now that he has 6. And also on the defensive side, Brody Schneider is third in tackles per game, averaging just under 10. So they are represented, but hoping to build on those numbers today.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren. Definitely trying to build on that today with some of those playmakers. We're going to get a field goal opportunity here. So 4th and 7, they'll try for the field goal. Snap is down and good. Ball is going to come up a little bit short on the right side goalpost there, and it'll fall harmlessly. So Lawrence Tech not able to get any points on that drive. They've struggled with special teams this year, but it's a shame. Obviously, they get the ball back after a turnover on downs. We'll see if they can bring their defense back out here and make some plays, but with over 35 programs across 3 departments to inspire you, LTU's College of Arts and Sciences has a degree or certificate option in line with your passion and focus. Check all programs at ltu.edu. So first down at 10 from the 32 as Siena Heights takes right back over, and they do what they've done all game long, hand it to their talented back. That's 10 carries already, over 60 yards for Hazenleader, and that's what we expected. He's a high-volume type of back, and as we saw, he can run through tackles as well. Done that all ball game. 2nd down and 5 at the 37. Hazenleader, one more time, up the middle. He'll come up just a bit short.
And right now, Siena Heights is getting great push off this line of scrimmage. I mean, right there, that left guard and center just double-teamed, the defensive tackle right there and pushed him off the ball, allowing Hazenleader then to just pick what way he wants to go, picking up a few yards there, making this a 3rd down and 1.
2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Hazenleader behind the quarterback. That's Elijah Taylor. 3rd down and a short 2. He'll go to Hazenleader. He'll go to the left side. Gets by the first tackler and past the 50. Inside near the 40-yard line. Looks like it's around the 42. Ball is on the ground, and we have not had a whistle, but it looks like the Saints have recovered it, and they got some more yards out of it. So it's a bad break for the Blue Devils. We got a guy on the field and down. That looks like Aaron Mitchell, and that would be a huge loss. One of their key defensive ends. So kind of a odd play there, but it looks like Hazenleader must have put that ball on the ground, and they are able to recover that. But you definitely hope that Mitchell's okay. We talked about it. It's going to be key, getting some pressure, and he's one of those guys you expect to get some of that pressure.
Yeah, and right now you're thin really all around your defense. You can't afford really any more injuries here. Defensive line, the big emphasis this week is getting pressure. And right now, I think the main emphasis is trying to plug gaps, trying to stop the run, contain the run, tackle the ball. They haven't been hurt too much in the pass game so far. I think the emphasis right now, and Kyle Nunstrom, the defensive coordinator here for Lawrence Tech, is figuring out ways to get your linebackers in positions to fill gaps, allow the D-line then to control the gaps, try to break through, play in the opponent's backfield. But you got to try to get a hat on Hazenleader here before he crosses that line of scrimmage, or else he's going to stiff arm, get around guys, and pick up yards after contact throughout the rest of this game. So you got to find a way to get guys on Hazenleader here before he gets to that second level.
Yeah, no, that's key, and we knew that coming in. Now Mitchell is coming off the field really gingerly. Behind him is Shandon Smith, redshirt senior, 6'3", 210 pounds, so going to get a chance to make some plays out here. First down and 10, ball at the 35 for the Saints. Hazenleader in the backfield with Elijah Taylor. Taylor drops back, looking for someone downfield. Good job by Lawrence Tech. That pocket collapsed in a hurry as he was trying to rush and get some yards there. Nobody open downfield as well. Good job. That's almost a coverage play right there. Good job by your corners.
Yeah, really good job there by the defense, rallying to the football. Here you see this D-line not giving up, right? We've seen Elijah step up into the pocket, trying to find ways to go. So great job by Brandon Holland Gordon there, stepping up, not allowing him to step up through the line. Really good job by Brandon.
Paris Jordan in there as well. Hazenleader gets the ball right back. He's just a strong back. You think you got him on that initial tackle, just keeps those legs a-churning.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those, Peyton Hillis, those Mike Allscott. He's got that type of build to him. You can see him in the biceps, the tree trunks. We talked about those. Really hard to break. It's really easy to break tackles when you're built like that, and especially when the defense is having trouble tackling. It's kind of built for success here for Hazenleader.
Yeah, him and Devon Bentley, completely different styles, however, both effective. So 3rd down and 3 from the 33. They'll go right back to Hazenleader. Up the middle, couple Blue Devils there on the tackle. It's going to be close.
Now that was a good job right there. Ronald Lackey playing in that slot, stepped up, sees that the ball's committing to his side. Him and Brody Schneider stepped up in the gap, and that's what they got to do. You got to have two guys right there. Two guys met Hazenleader. Hazenleader wasn't able to break through to get that first down. Right now you have a great opportunity here to get off the field, get your ball back to your offense.
The last time we saw Taylor rush the ball. Looks like we're going to get another chance for Hazenleader to get that snap, and he does what he does. He goes right up the gut, picks up those hard yards there, up the middle, up the teeth of the defense, and moves the chains one more time. That's that Wildcat look.
Yeah, and it reverts back to practice. In practice, you have, practice period is called inside run. Inside run is just tackle to tackle, tight end to tight end. You got D-line, linebackers, sometimes safety step in there, and you just work on run fits. You work on trying to get your blocks, and right now that's what this game is. It's just inside run. But when you add the Wildcat element, it gives you another blocker in the formation, making your quarterback the runner, which is hard to defend as a defense.
Well, Taylor in the shotgun right here with 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Hazenleader to his left. It's 1st down and 10 from the 28-yard line. 23. Taylor drops back, looking to hit his receiver. Had him, but just good coverage there by the Blue Devils. That's number 23 for the Blue Devils there in coverage. That's Martese Bunting. Was all over the wide receiver. Really wasn't a bad throw. Had his guy, but put it where they couldn't get it. And Lawrence Tech, and they'll make it 2nd down. and they've struggled with that play. We've seen that time and time again. They're playing this a lot better in this ball game, having some struggles on the ground, but Hazenleder's a star back. They'll go right back to him. Hazenleder goes to the left side. Great job by Lawrence Tech, bringing him down from the ankles, and he keeps going. Just when you think that play's dead, he keeps going and keeps the legs moving.
Yeah, he's got great vision. He did a great job pressing the line of scrimmage and then bouncing that outside. Lawrence Tech didn't have an edge set. There was no edge set to the defense there, so Hazenleder was able just to roll off the table and then break a few more tackles. So we got to have that edge set, and then whoever's filling inside that edge setter or outside that edge setter has got to step up and be ready to make that play. But also down here, watch for the play action. Watch for, 26 had a good, shallow cross there to score that touchdown here early on. I keep my eyes on the play action. Keep your keys in line here.
So 3rd and manageable after the play by Hazenleder. Hazenleder gets it right back through the right side. Gets by a couple Blue Devils there, and he's going to be close, and it looks like he's going to move the chains, and he will. It's not anything flashy. We've said that. Listen, Devon Bentley, completely different style. That's flashy, but he keeps moving those chains.
Yeah, and right there, that was the same exact formation and play design as that touchdown they scored, where they had 26 just come across the formation, and then the halfback on the left side then wraps around. That was a good run play right there. Like the blocking they did, they logged it, pushed everything down inside, and Hazenleder was able just to fall right off the edge of that.
Here they are at the 18, Hazenleder up the middle one more time, and he's already over the 100-yard mark. Averages nearly 100 yards per ball game, but we knew that was going to be a key for them. He's got 18 attempts already, and we're not through one half.
Yeah, and as you see, Lawrence Tech is trying to shuffle in these D linemen, trying to get them breathers, trying to get fresh bodies in there, and it's going to be tough when the Siena Heights is able to control the ball like this and just pick up 3-4 yards of pop. They start draining that defense's energy, and that offense start getting a little cold on the sideline.
2 receivers at the top. Blue Devils almost jumped a little bit early there. They go right back to the ground game. As you said, picking up just a couple each time and grinding down that defense, making it 3rd and manageable one more time. 3rd and goal from around the 8-yard line. If you're just joining us, it's 7-6. Lawrence Tech scoring on their first drive of the ball game. Sienna Heights scoring as well, missing the extra point. They're knocking at the door one more time. Hazenleder in the backfield to the left of Taylor. Taylor hands off to Hazenleder. He'll take it right up the gut one more time. Touchdown, Saints. You know it's coming, but it's just tough to stop.
Yeah, then they're just, Siena Heights is getting the push up front. D-line's tired. You can see it in the body language. Hands on waist, helmet looking down. And when you're able to run the ball like that, you really can control the game. You can take the defense out of it. And you see right here, Hazenleder was able just to bend this back, same side run, so he's not going to cross the formation. He's just going to hit it inside. And a great blocking by Siena Heights. They get man-on-man there and just create a nice lane right to the end zone, and Hazenleder could have skipped into there.
Snap is down, extra point is up, and this time it's good. So that makes it 13-7. We knew we'd see a lot of both of these tailbacks, talented backs, 2 of the better backs in the conference. We're seeing quite a bit of it from Hazenleder in his first half. Well, no other field of study has benefited humankind more than health sciences. Curiosity combined with compassion has led to thousands of advancements over our history, all dedicated to patient care. The knowledge and curiosity of caring is the magic in health sciences. Check all programs at ltu.edu. Grant, just looking at some of those numbers, I said it earlier, but he's at 20 carries. Hazenleder, 131 yards on the ground. That's a 6.6 yard average. Listen, they know it's coming. They have not been able to stop it. If this keeps going, it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long day. When the run game's going, it's great for the offense, and if your defense can't stop it, man, that gives the defensive coordinator headaches, because that's just so simple, right? You just hand the ball off, and you pick up 3-4 yards of pop. You can really do whatever you want, have everything at your disposal. And if you're Lawrence Tech here, this is where you got to start flipping the complementary football. Defense did it earlier where they got the turnover on downs. Offense couldn't come through. Offense has to come through here, have a nice long drive. Let that Siena Heights offense cool down. Let your defense rest up, water up. and play some complimentary football, go down there, try to put some points on the board.
Well, there's a short kick and brought down by Lawrence Tech, so they'll get some good field position near the 35-yard line. And something that they've struggled with in terms of the Saints on that side of the ball on the defensive side has been with the pass. It's clearly been a point of emphasis early on in this first half, trying to get this passing game going as well, but they struggled a bit to move the chains. Why not go right back to your bread and butter, right? Devon Bentley, he already broke a big run, a touchdown run. Lean on that running game.
Yeah, lean on it and get your best 2 plays in your first 2 downs. First and second down, try to make those your best downs, which then allows third down to be manageable and you can convert it at a higher rate.
First down and 10 from the 34. Schuster looking for a receiver. Had 3 at the top of his screen. Unable to connect with Rembert there. Looked his way quite a bit in this opening half. Haven't seen him go to Searsaw yet. He's been one of those big-time playmakers we've talked about. We'll see if they get him involved in this drive as it sets up second down and 10. Bentley in the backfield. Searsaw at the top of your screen. Sienna Heights, this is a free play. Schuster going downfield to his player. That was a heck of a play to make that up from the defensive back for the Saints. Had the free play. Why not take the shot? Schuster did. And they'll move up 5 yards.
Yeah, that's the old Packer. That's what we used to call, when that D-line jumps, you yell Packer, and then you just try to get as far downfield as you can. It's a free play, made famous and made really relevant by Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the best at that. And right there, you like to see the receiver take an outside release so that, Schuster can just launch it. It's a little tough to judge it in the middle of the field there. Defender there, number 4, Shamir Askins, did a really good job of recovering. But nonetheless, though, you pick up a free 5, had the opportunity to an explosive play for free. Now you're rolling here, second down and 5. Got an opportunity here to make this, convert or make this third down and short.
So second down and 5, going to Bentley. Bentley right up the gut, and there you go. Moving the chains. Your bread and butter. Your big-time running back, Devon Bentley, says, give me the ball, we'll move these things.
And that's a great job there. You'll see the replay here. Devon Bentley just going to take this little inside zone. Good push here by the D-line. Really good job. But Curtis Maxwell, 75, blocking at the point. Look at that double team. I mean, they are pushing the D-line off the ball right there. Right guard, right tackle did a fantastic job. That's Curtis Maxwell, Anthony Merlot doing that double team, that center. Really good job on the D tackle.
2 receivers at the top. Bentley back there one more time. Bentley gets the ball. Goes to the left side. Brought down past the 50, around the 51-yard line. And they're going to go for a second down here, bring some fresh bodies in. Big Charlie Ward, number 87, comes into the ball game, a former basketball player as well. Second down and 6 on the gain of 4 for Bentley near midfield. Schuster goes right back to Bentley, runs through the first tackle there. Good job by Bentley, showing his elusiveness, keeping it forward. Could have easily been a loss of 1 or 2 on the play, but he's just a tough and slippery runner.
Yeah, really good job there by Devon Bentley, following his blockers. It's a power run, so you get one puller. Curtis Maxwell sees the guy looping outside. Last second, Curtis Maxwell was able to get a little jersey on him. Devon Bentley, with his vision, his prowess, his patience, was able then to just cut inside and move those chains.
And they give him the first down there. Some late substitutions for Siena Heights. So first and 10 from the 45. Bentley getting a big dose of Devon Bentley here in this drive. It worked in the opening drive, and that's 2 games in a row that they've scored. Just got to keep it going. Remember it in the bottom of your screen. They already got 4 catches on the ball game. Schuster hands it off. Bentley to the left side. More positive yardage. Getting those chunk yardage, 4 or 5 yards on first down. Can't ask for more than that.
That's all you want. Make second down easy. Make third down easier. Really good job there. And got to give credit there to Tyler Garrett, number 16, the receiver there in the slot. Dove into the middle of the field there, into the where the big fellas are. Got a block there. Was able then to let Devon Bentley run off that block. And that's what you want. You want to see those receivers going and digging out those safeties in the box. Good job there by Tyler Garrett, number 16.
Garrett in the slot at the top. Searsaw near the bottom of your screen, and Remember at the top there's Searsaw going to him, but the safety met him as soon as the ball got there and caused that collision. That's how you want your safety to play the ball there. Just Searsaw, not a lot he could do.
Yeah, and that's tough there. You know, if he could go back and look at that again, he gets pressure from the field. Usually you want to try to replace the pressure with the throw. That time they rotate to the right. Pressure comes from the right, tries to go left. Searsaw just couldn't get a good release on the corner. Safety came down, made it a hard throw. That time, if he looks front side, he might have a better option as someone vacated that side of the field.
Key third down here. Been a strong drive. We'll see if Lawrence Tech can keep this drive going. Bentley in the backfield. Picks up the blitz. Schuster trying to hit Searsaw one more time. Looked like he may have heard some footsteps there as the safety was waiting for him. That may have been a linebacker as well, and he causes him to have that ball drop on the field. You don't see that a lot from Searsaw.
Yeah, Searsaw is pretty sure-handed there, but, you know, crossing the middle of the field there, they bring up pressure. Schuster has to get rid of it. Just couldn't bring that one in.
It's a tough job to go over the middle. 4th down and 5. Now both guys pointing at each other. I do believe Lawrence Tech may have jumped. And we'll wait to see. And it is indeed on Lawrence Tech. So just like that, you're done with the drive and you got to bring the punting unit back out.
And those are those little things, right? You go through the game and, you know, where did we get hurt? I mean, it looked like the offense was going to go for it. Who's to say they didn't get it, right? But then you have one little mistake there, someone jumps off sides, and now you got to give the ball back. You don't even get an opportunity to fight for those 5 yards. Those are just the little things, trying to play complementary football. Lawrence Tech, they're going to get better at it. They're just trying to figure it out.
Can't shoot yourself in the foot, so they'll punt it away. Saints unable to return that. That takes a nice Lawrence Tech bounce inside the 10. So good job there by the special teams, pinning them back. And Lawrence Tech's defense will come back out here after a nice break there from the offense. Not able to get points, but able to give their defense just a little bit of a breather. And listen, we've talked about it. We've said it, you know, till we're blue in the face. They had to get some pressure, help out their secondary. How would you say they've done so far in this first half, Grant?
Not bad. I mean, you know, they've gotten to the quarterback. We've seen the quarterback under duress. He's had to move, get off his spot, get on the move. Now it's, you know, we thought the strength of Lawrence Tech defense was the run defense, right? Stopping the run. They got to try to channel that energy now. Forget the pass. They're doing good in the pass coverage. Let's go ahead and stop 23, Hazen leader.
Yeah, easier said than done, as you see right there on first down, getting some chunk yardage, and that's what he's done. That'll set up 2nd down and manageable. Schneider with another tackle. They're just going straight up the middle of the defense.
Yeah, and
nothing too fancy.
Nothing too fancy, and it's tough when you keep rotating D linemen and you're trying to figure out who's going to win the matchup. You start losing a little bit of that charisma because guys are coming out and coming in. They can't get the flow of the game.
Taylor looking for his receiver, able to hit him. That's Alexander, makes the first guy miss, but just not a lot of room. And Tech throws him down. That's Brandon Holland-Gordon, the big defensive tackle, coming over there and making a play.
That's hustle, and that's what coach is looking for. He's looking for those guys that are making those hustle plays. They don't show up on the stat sheet. You know, you don't know that Brandon Holland-Gordon just chased down a screen or a deep pass. But those are the little things you see on tape that say, hey, all right, that's a freshman. He's already been an established leader. It's going to be a bright future with him in the lineup.
They pick up the first down, but may have stopped a bigger gain here. So 1st and 10 from the 20. 3 minutes left in this opening half. 13-7, LTU down. Because of this man right here, Hazenleader, just going behind his block. Patient running, too. Love that vision. Smaller back, and we talked about the tree trunks, but he's patient with his runs.
Patient. And it looked like they're right there. You know, if you see that one again, he's going to go veer to the left. Eric Agers is holding the edge, set the edge. He veers left, but then just takes it right back in the middle there. They're getting really good combination blocks here by the O-line. The center, the guards are doing a good job of pushing and displacing that D-line, which doesn't allow the linebackers to flow to the running back as fast as they want to.
There's carry number 23 for Hazenleader in this first half, and they're tough yards. He'll pick up another first down, moving the chain, just gets chunk after chunk. 5 more on that. 23 carries. He's going to be over 40 in this ball game.
Yep, and you know, you kind of got to realize the way the game's going, right? It looks like Hazenleader is going to be the guy here today that's going to do most of the damage. And if you're Lawrence Tech, you got to find a way to sell out, set the edge right there again. The edge wasn't set. He was able to roll off the table and then just get a few yards for the first down here. We got to lock in on Hazenleader.
We'll get a timeout here. Looks like for the Saints. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's easy for us to say it. You know, fans see it as well. Hey, just stop it. They keep giving it to him. But what is it about him that's able to keep getting these chunk yardage, even though Lawrence Tech knows they're going to go to Hazenleader?
I mean, it starts with the O-line, the blocking up front. They're doing a really good job. The guards and the centers are blocking together, which makes it hard for those linebackers to flow and get to the ball fast enough.
Well, coming up at the half, Lauren Plant talks with Coach Merchant before they head to the locker room. We take a listen to the LTU marching band, and we catch up with what's been going on around Lawrence Tech. Don't go anywhere. So just 2 minutes left in this opening half. Lawrence Tech down 13-7. Came out in the opening drive, as we saw. That's 2 weeks in a row. Did it on the road last week and scored. Get the offense going. Just haven't been able to keep it going. And that's been really the problem here. Yeah, they're starting off quick. They've been able to do that. They had some trouble early on. They've been able to do that. It's now the second half coming up here as well. Hey, guys, we got to keep something going here. We got to have a conversation. You know that defensive coordinator is probably saying, look, he's going to have this ball 40 times here. I need you guys to sell out on this run. It's obviously what they're doing. It's their bread and butter. But by the end of this ball game, Hazenleader's going to do something you don't see very often, have probably 40 carries. It just doesn't happen. You see usually a complimentary back like Keon Sanders does here for LTU, but it's working.
It is.
So why not go away from it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That's it. So first down and 10 from the 33. Receiver in motion. That's Alexander. Taylor fakes it. He's going to go for somebody downfield. Nobody open. That pocket breaking down. Throws it out of bounds. It looks like he was in the pocket there. But no flag on the field. So we'll make it second down. Didn't look like he got out of the pocket.
No, I definitely didn't think he did there, and just threw it out of bounds. Looks like the refs came together and talked.
So no intentional grounding, but yeah. Okay.
Play on.
So that'll keep it second down and 10, 1:51 on the clock. LTU looking to get one more stop here, bring that offense out. Taylor goes to Hazenleader. Hazenleader one more time, the left side, keeping it moving. Got 3 or 4 guys on his back. Still picks up some yards. That'll make it third down and manageable 6 in the 4-yard gain.
And if you're Lawrence Tech here, you know what the formula has been, right? It's been the run game. It's been Hazenleader. We've talked about that. But you got the clock on your time, right? They haven't hit you with too many explosive plays downfield through the air, so just keep everything in front of you. And if you're the defense right now, you want to just keep them off the scoreboard. Don't allow any deep runs by Hazenleader. Don't allow any of these receivers to get behind the secondary.
1:15 to play. Taylor, the man on his back, tries to hit his receiver, but because of that, not able to connect with his receivers. Good job by Lawrence Tech bringing the blitz. And they're going to get this ball back with about a minute left in the half.
Yeah, good job. And guy we haven't mentioned yet really is Colin Martell, number 3. He was in coverage right there, did a great job. He's a freshman that really stepped up last week, was kind of thrown into the fire. Coach Merchant said baptism by fire during our interview, and he went in that game and did really well. First play of the game, they went right at him, had a PBU right there, another interfere with the catch. Good job, good defense. And Colin Martell, the freshman, able to help his defense get off the field.
Searsaw returning this kick. He'll call for the fair catch, and Lawrence Tech will take back over around the 25-yard line. So this is a big opportunity here, Grant, to get the lead, obviously, but end the half with a positive note as well.
Yeah, try to end the half with a positive note, just because, I mean, when you look at the scores here of quarter by quarter, Lawrence Tech, I mean, first quarter they're about -6, so they usually lose that quarter by 6. Second quarter, -1. The real alarming one is the fourth quarter, -43.
Yeah.
So if you can build something here to really preach to your team in that locker room, that should help you have some success here coming out in the second half.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Bentley in the backfield. Schuster in the shotgun. Goes at the top, hits Searsaw. First time we've heard Searsaw get involved. That's a positive. They'll go to the hurry-up offense here. He goes out of bounds, stops that clock. It'll be second down and a short one.
Talking about number 6, Brevin Jackson.
And Siena Heights, they're playing the P coverage, meaning there's only going to be 3 guys rushing. They might add a 4th guy on, but if you're Ryan Schuster here, you got to know where you're going. Don't be late to your throws. They're dropping everybody in coverage. They're trying to get a turnover here.
3 receivers again to the bottom. Schuster looking for one of those receivers, almost picked off, going to Garrett. I don't think he saw the St. player right there, but that could have been bad. That was pick 6. Look, all over it, and he did have one last week, so, that was another point of emphasis, but just unable to connect with the receiver.
Yeah, and
this
is exactly the same type of play that when Schuster threw that interception in that first quarter there. He tried to throw a seam ball to Tyler Garrett. Same situation here. Number 20 there did a good job. Royal Purdue stepping in and almost coming away with the interception.
3rd down. Bentley in there. He does not pick it up. He's going to be short.
Number 1, Devon Bentley on the carry.
So they were going to get a timeout. I believe that was from Siena Heights. It was. And just like that, you think, hey, hopefully we can get a long drive here. But you're in a position where you might have to bring your offense right back. You're probably not going to go for it on this end of the field.
Yeah, no, you're definitely going to punt this, try to flip the field position. But, that's unfortunate. There was 2 scenarios in which you really wanted to try to avoid on that drive. 1, being a turnover in your own area. And then 2, was running really, 10, 15 seconds. Not wasting enough time here, especially if you're not going to score. It's tough. You're giving the other team 50 seconds. Now, they might not. They might take a knee and go into the half, but, it allows the special teams to get on the field, which then, you always worry about a blocked punt or a drop snap. So just allowing them to have 50 seconds, you never know what can happen in those 50 seconds.
Taking a look at some of the stats here in this ball game. Siena Heights with 11 first downs. Lawrence Tech just 6. Rushing attempts 27. Yeah, 27, and they've all gone to Hazenlater. Looking to get some more. This punt will go wide and out of bounds, and good field position here on the short kick. And that's going to be near midfield, Grant.
Yeah,
past midfield.
I mean, that was maybe a 20-yard punt, and that's, worst case scenario number 3, right? No turnover. You don't waste enough time. You give your other opponent there some time to come here and put something together. And option 3, you have a bad punt. You don't flip the field position. You got a running back that can run through tackles here. So defense has really got to buckle up here and not allow any more points before half.
Now, they've only got 44 seconds, so they're going to have to go off script just a little bit. What's really hurt us, which is going to Hazenlater, picking up those yards on the ground, but Taylor, there he goes, going to the air, goes to the left side, got a man downfield. He brought that in. What a catch. And that's Alexander absolutely selling out for that ball. Hats off to him, because that was only where he could catch it. Absolute highlight reel, Grant.
Yeah, really good throw. Arguably even a better catch. I mean, that ball was outside shoulder. You'll see it here. They go at the freshman, Colin Martell, top of your screen. Great release by 10 Alexander. Gets right where he wants. Like to see him stack a little bit more, get on top of Colin. Colin trying to get back in the play, just couldn't. Really good catch by 10, putting them here at 1st and goal.
Clock under 25. Taylor one more time. Hazenlater open in the flat. Taylor goes across his body, hits his receiver Alexander for the touchdown. You don't see that often. He may have been able to run that in. And that's worst case scenario right there. You give up a touchdown, 19 seconds on the clock, when you had a chance to take the lead.
Yep, worst case scenario. Now you go down 2 going into the 3rd quarter, which is statistically your worst quarter of football. You didn't build anything to give your team a little bit of momentum here, something to work off of in the locker room. So now you're going to have to be fighting those emotions, trying to get guys up, right? Trying to say, hey, we're still in this, don't quit. And that's what these coaches are trying to avoid. They want guys that know they're in it, know that they can win any game that they play in. And with things that happen like this, it really is hard on the emotions of these players. So we'll see if they can rally back coming out of this, this second half.
Yeah, really a whirlwind of events right there. And really that's what it's been like for them the last couple weeks. We talked about it. Put up 70 points against Judson, get their first win under Coach Merchant. And then the next week they have a bye. They get some healthy guys in there, but Coach Merchant even said, hey, we would have loved to keep playing. We had that momentum, but you don't schedule your bye, and you needed to get some healthy bodies back. And then they show up the next week after that, give up 70 points, have a struggle on both sides of the ball, start this game off the way they want to, and now fall behind. So it's been tough.
Yeah, just the errors that stack on top of each other. It's the things that get out of hand. It's that snowball that rolls down the hill but gets bigger as it goes, right? Last week, first play of the second half, 75-yard touchdown out of the opponent team. So and then they threw a pick six, Lawrence Tech last week, the first drive after that touchdown by the opposing team. So they went down by 14 points within the first 2 plays of that second half. And those are things just like this. They punt the ball. It doesn't go more than 20 yards. Sienna Heights can go down and score. They make it a 2-score game. You're just fighting these uphill battles that they want to be on the other side of.
Short kick one more time. That's Keon Sanders trying to return it, getting it over the 39-yard line near the 40. So 10 seconds left, and make sure you stick around. We're going to head down to Lorne Plant at halftime and hear from Coach Merchant, who, if I was a betting man, is not too happy right now with his team. Started off the way they wanted, but now with just 10 seconds, you probably just kneel this down.
Yep, you just avoid any further harm and regroup your troops here in the locker room and come out with a great second half.
There are 3 receivers at the top, but not too sure if they're going to run a play. We'll see. They are. Schuster got a lot of time looking for a man, Searsaw, but he's out of bounds, and that'll be incomplete. So a little bit different than what we expected. They're trying – at this point, it seems like it's like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
Why not try to do something here? You got some time, but that's probably the end of it there.
You got to respect it. Coach Merchant's probably trying to tell these guys, hey, we're going to just attack. We've been down. Why not just try to flip this thing? But here they're going to be smart. Just take this thing into half. And
you got the prevent defense, but clearly they're not going for it. So that'll be the end of this half as Lawrence Tech scores first in this ball game. But how about 20 consecutive points from the Saints? They lead at halftime 20-7. It was a struggle offensively after that first drive and defensively, just unable to stop the talented Hazenlater. We'll head down to the field right now with Lorne Plant, who's with Coach Merchant.
All right, Coach, it seems like this is becoming a pattern, kind of trying to close out halves without allowing a team to get a score late. What do you have to attribute to why that breakdown has happened?
I don't know. If I knew, I'd fix it. So,
obviously, the story of the game is trying to contain the running back for them. What are you going to tell these guys about trying to not continue to give this guy the extra effort that's getting those extra yard stretching drives?
Yeah, I mean, they're just pounding us, and we're taking it. So until we change that, they're going to just keep doing the same thing. And then offensively, we got guys wide open, and we throw an interception. It's just at some point you got to make some plays. And their kid made a play. Their wideout made a great diving catch, and the quarterback put the ball on him. So, yeah, we're physically getting our ass kicked on defense. And we didn't do our job on offense. We couldn't get a first down. We put them back out in the field after being out there forever. But they're just going to grind us until we get tired of getting physically pounded. And if we don't get tired of it, then, that's how it's going to end up.
All right, Coach, thank you. All right, so that is Coach Merchant. Obviously not a happy camper here as we head into the half. Trailing by a couple of scores now. And, again, you can tell it's a point of emphasis here on the coaching staff. It's up to the players to respond, and we'll see what they do here in the second half.
If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
Elevate your career to international heights and pursue your MBA at LTU. Lawrence Technological University will prepare you for a successful career in global business management with our Pune Institute of Business Management Joint Degree Program. LTU is a member of an elite group of 13 U.S. universities that are comprehensive, doctoral, independent, and technologically focused by mission, vision, and name. LTU's largest population of international students comes from India, as the campus and surrounding areas feature unique Indian culture, along with robust nightlife and entertainment to enjoy all year long. At Lawrence Tech, students can achieve their full potential, both in the classroom and on the field, with nationally recognized academics and a championship-winning athletics program. Seize the opportunity to gain a global perspective on business management with the Pune Institute of Business Management Joint Degree Program at LTU. For more information, visit ltu.edu. Be curious. Make magic at Lawrence Technological University.
The problem with mass timber is that it's complicated. Has to deal with logistics and supply chain and construction and structures and business and design and all of these things. And so we really wanted to expose the students to a number of experts in the field. And so we brought people in from all over the country to come and share their projects. And at the same time, the students are also sharing their work. And so over the course of this day and a half, we're getting a dialogue between the students who are working on these topics and architects and experts and structural engineers who are working in this in the field.
I work with mass timber by manufacturing it. So I am an engineer by background, so I do some of the design as well, but really my big focus is on scaling the utilization of mass timber products through one of the largest CLT manufacturers in the world, which is Sterling, who I work for.
Well, mass timber is a construction technology that's really growing in interest in North America. And I definitely see that there's going to be a lot of work with this material in the coming years. And so for students, it's another material to be familiar with that they will encounter throughout their careers in architecture and engineering.
They should learn that they don't have to be working on a large mass timber building to use the ideas of mass timber. You can work on a very small project and use the same ideas that you would on a 200,000 square foot building. So you don't have to be working on that to apply the same ideas.
The term leadership, you'll find it has hundreds of definitions. But what does it mean? Rarely we are taught the skills development to become an effective leader. What if I told you there's a fantastic certificate program at LTU that teaches proven, successful leadership essentials in a convenient, live Zoom environment? Not only will you receive expert leadership training with a certificate from Lawrence Tech, but also an LTU stackable credential and credit for LTU's MBA leadership course, along with 1.5 continuing education credits. These Thursday afternoon interactive 3-hour Zoom sessions begin in late January and run through late February for 5 weeks. Developing critical leadership skills can make the difference between success and failure in the workplace. The cost is just $1,800 per person, and LTU alumni receive an additional $300 in savings. Class is limited to 15 people. Learn more about the program and register today at ltu.edu/PDC.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just 4 walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new, magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
20-7 here at the half at Blue Devils Stadium. Siena Heights leading the Blue Devils at this point in time. And we get an opportunity here, and we try to encourage as many alumni interviews as we can pull off here. And we have Nathan Harvey here, who is class of 1980. He is on the LTU Alumni Association Board of Directors. And how you doing today?
I'm good.
All right. Well, he was cooking up some pancakes and sausages earlier there for the tailgate. So we were having a great time before the game. How long have you been involved with the Alumni Association?
About 3 years.
Okay. And what made you want to do it?
I just, at one point, I figured I needed to be a better alumnus, and I came to the college. I love the fact that we have football now, and I just wanted to be a better alumnus.
Yeah, and has it been rewarding for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, there are a number of events that are coming up regarding for alumnus and all that, and I know you want to plug some of those, so we want to do that before we get to the second half.
All right, coming up, LTU night at Little Caesars Arena. If you want to watch the Red Wings, is Thursday, November 21st. LTU Giving Day with alumni meetups is April 8th, and the premier LTU Scholarship Gala is going to be May 17th. And if you want to find out any more about the Alumni Association or upcoming LTU events, just go to ltu.edu.
That's right, and just look up philanthropy and engagement, and they'll get you hooked up. We want to see all our alumni be as engaged as Nate is here. All right, guys, back to the game. All right. Thank you, sir.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You did fantastic.
5-yard line, so a lot going on around the campus of Lawrence Tech. And we've talked about this program really just being built up from the bottom from Coach Merchant. They're going to go through their bumps and bruises, and they have this season. There's been a lot of bright spots as well. Grant, we talked about that first half. There was some good things that happened and some not so good things that happened. Obviously ended with a score for the Saints, just a tough break. Lawrence Tech had a chance to take the lead back over, but here they are. Let's see how they respond after taking a shot in the second half here.
If they can get their third quarter figured out, that's going to help a lot of Lawrence Tech's problems.
There's more of the same. Another run for the Saints, and that ball's on the ground. Lawrence Tech right on top of it. That's exactly what we said right there. They need something to go their way. Defense jumping on the ball, and if I'm mistaken, I do not believe that was Hazenleader in there. Looked like they brought somebody out. And look, that's what happens. It's a sure-handed guy that had over 20 carries in this first half, and here we go.
Yeah, great job. Really good run to start the play here, and then Martise Bunting with the strip. really good job of tackling the football. Understand, hey, that's not Hazen Leader. This is a new guy carrying the football. Hazen Leader's almost at 30 carries. This guy hasn't touched the ball a lot. Let's go for the football right there. Get a turnover, exactly what you need here, down 2 scores to start the second half.
That was Dama Ponte who coughed that ball up, and here's Schuster and company. Schuster going to Rembert, unable to connect with him, just right behind him. I think he would have had him, but unable to connect on the play-action pass.
And we see a little RPO action there. Ryan Schuster there just rides the mesh, gets an inside slant there from Jaden Rembert, just puts it a little bit behind him. Those slant balls, you don't want them high, you don't want them behind, you don't really want them too far out in front of you. You want to try to really put that on the body, because when you're going across the middle, those receivers are got to be cognizant of where those defenders are at.
3 receivers at the top. Bentley in the backfield. Schuster in the shotgun. Schuster looking for a receiver, goes downfield, wide open, has his man. If he can connect, he does! Touchdown! Oh, Rembert with the touchdown catch. How about that one? Schuster put it up in the air, brought it right down. We got a flag on the field. I think that's going to be on the celebration, but beautiful connection from Schuster to Rembert.
Beautiful, beautiful connection. Great pass concept there. They go 3 receivers to that field side. Get a 2-on-1 on the safety there, and Ryan Schuster there with his best throw of the day. Put that thing right on Jaden Rembert. Jaden Rembert crossed the goal line with no extra effort there, easy style. Great throw, great catch.
And you see Coach Merchant on the sideline talking to his receiver saying, hey, that was a heck of a play, but just don't hurt us after the fact. And that'll hurt him on the kickoff. But listen, that's one of those things where they came out, maybe momentum definitely a little bit down on this sideline. You could feel it. It was in the air. But you get a turnover, you take over. That's their first turnover in 2 ball games, and you put up 6, looking for 7 here on the extra point. You're right back in the game.
Yeah, exactly what you want. Get the turnover there. I bet Siena Heights is upset they didn't let Hazen Leader carry that ball coming out of half. But that's exactly what you need. You need to play complementary football. Defense does what you need, gets the turnover, and then look at this throw by Schuster here. You're going to see it's going to be a 2-on-1. They rotate to a P coverage, meaning only 3 rushers, but they play a cover 2 behind it, meaning the safety's got to cover these 2 deep verticals, and they do exactly what they do. Jaden Rembert gets deep. Ryan Schuster sees it develop, puts a beautiful ball in for the touchdown.
But look, that's what you see. When you have time, that offensive line gives them some time. Obviously, the run game's opened it up. He can really put it in there. Dropped it right in the breadbasket. Perfect pass and catch. And this team's right back in this ball game, and I doubt that you're going to see anybody carry that ball for the Saints other than Hazen Leader coming out of this drive.
Yeah, no doubt. They're going to get back to Hazen Leader. I mean, came into this, the second half. They already had 155 yards rushing. They're going to definitely get back to that here and try to really control the clock again, make this a ground and pound type of game. And they're going to be set up well here since that penalty is going to give them a little bit of field position here as they have to kick it off about 15 yards from the original spot of the kick.
So Lawrence Tech with the touchdown to just the way they started the opening half. They get a touchdown here in the second half to make it a 1-score ball game, 20-14. Kickoff bounces near the 10. Here come the Saints. Past the 20, past the 30, near the 35 to the 37-yard line, and that's where the Saints will take back over. But this is a big opportunity for this defense here too, right? Hey, yeah, we know we got beat. We knew it was coming. We couldn't stop it. We've had a chance to regroup. Guys, let's do what we need to do. We got a guy on the field. Is that ball on the ground once again? You take your... Didn't see an actual official make a call, but it looks like this is just an injury timeout. Haven't seen what number that is on for the Saints. You hate to see that, but listen, as I was saying, you talk to your defense, you say, hey, make a play, make another play. Let's go. That was the turnover we were looking for. Hadn't had one all last game, had 5 turnovers on offense, but didn't do anything on defense. Listen, you start the second half a little bit different. Love to see that. See that player get off the turf and go over to his sideline. But the College of Architecture and Design and LTU prepares students to become architects and designers who can address 21st century challenges through critical thinking and creative problem solving. Check all programs at ltu.edu. So 14-20, we got a new ball game, guys. 2014. Saints taking over at the 38 here after the Lawrence Tech touchdown. A little bit of extra juice on this sideline. Hazen Leader with a carry there. As I said, nobody other than him probably going to get that ball. Going to give it to the sure-handed tailback who had over 20 carries in the first half. Not a lot of room there.
That's a good play there by Ronald Lackey, number 29, playing in that slot. Really good job. D-line does their job. They plug their gaps. As Hazen Leader is pressing the line of scrimmage, he looks to bounce it. It's met there by Ronald Lackey for the tackle.
Sets up second down. Hazen Leader goes out for a route. Taylor hits his receiver, Alexander, over the middle. That's a first down and more. And when they have gone to the pass, that's been their guy, Alexander, leading the team in yardage on the season as it is, but you can see why. He's shifty and makes a nice play there, moves the chains.
Yeah, he's a good receiver. He had that deep catch in the first half to set them up for the score early. And then he's just been really destroying us across the middle right there. Do a good job. They go empty, get a matchup on the linebacker, and that's what you want when you got your speedy receiver.
Ball near midfield at the 47. Hazen Leader goes straight up the gut. Runs through the first tackle one more time. Met by a wall of Blue Devils, but still picking up that 4 or 5 yards on first down. Makes it manageable for his quarterback and this offense. So second down and 6 on the 4-yard rush for Hazen Leader. 2 receivers at the bottom. Hazen Leader in the backfield, as we said, been busy in this ball game. On average for 45 carries. We'll see if he gets there. Taylor, the quarterback, hits his receiver out in the left side flat, and he'll pick up the first down and more. Runs through a couple Blue Devil tackles, and that's what they struggled with. Missed tackles in that first half. You're seeing this a little bit on this drive.
Yeah, and right there, they had the right play call on there. They faked the inside dive, and they got an outlet on the edge there to their receiver. Really good job there by the offense, understanding, hey, we get pressure, get rid of the football there, make the good play that we have, keep the look. They get the ball in the perimeter. Lawrence Tech misses some tackles. They move the chains.
So that'll be first down and 10 from the 27, 12 minutes in this third quarter. Hazen Leader up the gut, a lot of room one more time as that offensive line gets behind him, pushing him. It looks like he picked up that first down. If not, maybe 9 on the play, and they will move the chains.
And if you're Lawrence Tech, you got to maybe consider switching up the fronts here. You've been in the 4-down stationary front, and I know you're limited to the number of able bodies on defense, but maybe walk another linebacker on that line of scrimmage. This offense for Siena Heights is just getting the push up front, and right now Lawrence Tech really has no answer for for Hazen Leader's run attack.
It's going to be second and short, so 8 yards on that carry. Hazen Leader in the backfield on the left side of Taylor. Second down and a short one. They go back to him on the right side, uses his guard to perfection, picks up the first down. Not a long run, as we said, but picks up those chunk yardage and really just makes it a lot easier and manageable for this offense. They know what's coming. He just keeps moving them.
Yeah, and then good play call there. They run to the YY side, meaning double tight ends. Sylvester Jones has got to set that edge. He's got to really step up there quickly, understanding there's only a yard to get. He's a little late to the stepping up. They get that first down.
Alexander at the bottom of your screen. But they go back to Hazenmaker. He goes on the left side. Hazen Leader picking up 2. It's a good job by the LTU defense.
Martise Bunting in on that tackle there, and that was a really good tackle. That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle, the way that they had the guys at the point of attack in the blocking scheme. I mean, they blocked down. They had 2 guys pulling around. They had numbers. Hazen Leader had some good patience, but Martise Bunting grabbed a hold of one of those tree trunks, and he didn't let go. Really good tackle there.
Second down at the 15-yard line. One more time, knocking at the door of the Saints, trying to answer after LTU scored. Hazen Leader on the left side. Good job by that LTU front 7 there. Everybody over there to make a tackle. Looked like Sylvester Jones there making another play. Him and Brody Snyder have been 2 of those key players, those linebackers, those leaders on this team, if you would.
Yeah, Sylvester Jones and Brody Schneider really been kind of the heart of that defense, and credit Derek Agers there as well, getting off the block, getting hands on the guy, and helping Sylvester Jones bring down Hazen Leader. Now you're sitting up here third and about 9 yards. This is exactly where you want to be. Just play good coverage, keep everything to your leverage, and don't let the quarterback scramble here.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Empty backfield here. Taylor in the shotgun, looking for somebody on the right side. Hits his receiver, able to get out of the tackle, and he scores a touchdown.
That's tough. Lawrence Tech, they sell out. They bring a 6-man pressure, double inside linebacker, A-gap blitz. They almost get home. Watch how close Sylvester or Brody is. I didn't see which one got closest to the quarterback, but you got a quick man-beating route out here. And it looks like, I think that's Sylvester coming in right there. Yep, you see 6 almost there, but you get a whip route by 11 right here. First man coverage, Xavier McDonald. Got to be able to tackle, especially if they catch the ball in open space. He didn't cover, he didn't tackle there. That's a recipe for a touchdown.
Yeah, he was in position, and he's plays this season. However, right there, unable to do it, and it'll cost him. So touchdown for touchdown answer, making it 27-14 Saints. And that's just a gut punch. You come out in the second half after a turnover, you punch it into the end zone with a big throw from Schuster to Rigger, and now you look back up there, and it's as if it didn't happen. Momentum taken right away.
Yeah, it was almost as if, that first drive, Hazen Leader not out there, almost felt a little sense of, hey, okay, we're in this. We get a turnover, and then they bring in Hazen Leader. He gets a little bit of that Gatorade, little electrolytes in him, and boy, is he hard to bring down. He's really the heart of this team here. Receivers are making some plays on the outside. Ten Alexander, Bailey Jackson right there just with that touchdown catch, but it's all being set up by Hazen Leader. Lawrence Tech has no option, but to sell out for the run, and which opens up those outside passing lanes, and you see right there they get that one-on-one coverage, and they get exactly what they want.
Well, we got 9:24 left in this third quarter, and Hazen Leader's got 30 carries, 171 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 5.7. Yards per carry came down a little bit, but he's still getting those chunk yards. Short kick once again. There's Garrett who will pick it up and drops down. I don't look like that went out of bounds, which is a huge break. But it looked like he tried to scoop it. Maybe you like to have your guy just fall on it there and just get your offense out. But you like to see your players try to make a play, just not in the right spot there.
Yeah, that was just a perfect place, pooch kick right there. Put it right behind the up back. Up back is looking. He waits a second and then decides, hey, I'm going to let the returner behind me get it. Communication wasn't quite on par there. Tyler Garrett then tries to step up and corral that. But while keeping eyes downfield, doesn't catch it cleanly there, and they escape another turnover.
Keon Sanders in the backfield. 2 receivers at the bottom. That's Searsaw and Rager. Jalen Rager's had a touchdown in this ball game and gotten quite a bit of looks. Starting this at the 27, Schuster fakes the handoff, looking for somebody downfield, and unable to connect with his receiver. That'll set up second down. So just a little too short there on the pass.
Yeah, that's a hard throw. When you're on that right hash trying to throw back to the numbers, first off, when you throw in across the field, you got to make sure you put that ball in the right spot too, because if you leave that inside there, that's recipe for disaster. Get outside of that target there, just puts it a little low for Mauricio. They try to run the flood concept, couldn't quite complete it.
Second down and 10. Keon still out there, goes right up the middle. It's a couple yards, trying to fight for more, but hits a wall, and he'll go down after a short gain, setting up third down and long.
And this is, the story of really the whole year is trying to stay ahead of this, schedule, trying to, make third down manageable. Put yourself in a position where the conversion rate is high, and it's tough when you get down 2 scores, 3 scores, throughout the game, you get these 3 and outs, and it feels like the offense is on the field for 10 seconds, which is really hard on your defense.
Bentley back in the backfield behind Schuster. Schuster looking for one of his receivers, looking downfield. Searsaw there, hits him with a dart, and they'll move the chains, and that's your guy. He's done that all season long, Grant.
Searsaw, sure-handed, really a reliable target in every aspect of the game. good job there by Schuster, understanding, hey, I made a few mistakes when they go to this 8-man drop coverage. He looks left, doesn't like what he sees, makes the right decision, comes back. Searsaw's there right at the sticks. Really good job by this, the senior leader there, getting the first down, getting the depth. Look at that, getting the feet down too, just so you know it's real. Good job, good catch. Way to move those sticks.
Keon Sanders back in there. Goes up the middle, makes a nice cut. Picks up about 3 or 4 on that run, setting up second down and manageable. Looks like Bentley will come back in the game. So second down and 7. 7:53 left in this third quarter. 27-14 Saints answering after the Blue Devils were able to score off the turnover. 3 receivers bunched in the bottom of your screen. Schuster looking that way. Pocket breaking down. He'll run. Throw on the run and hits his receiver Rembert one more time, but we have a flag in the backfield. That's usually a holding call. We'll have to wait and see. So might negate this first down gain. And by the look of the quarterback, he's moving back already. So they're going to pick it up. All right, it's the best kind of laundry. Just pick it up, put it away. So that first down will stand, and we'll keep this drive moving.
That's a good job by Schuster there of sitting in the pocket, but understanding, wait, well, they brought a blitz. They brought 5. They almost got to him, but he rolls out of the pocket, finds his target there, Jane Rembert. Good job of keeping the play alive, keeping eyes downfield. Schuster, we know he can get outside the pocket and make things happen. Just haven't seen it too much today. Would like to see him continue that success.
So first down and 10 near midfield. The offense rolling. Going to Bentley. Bentley left side. Got some room. Makes a cut. Picks up a couple yards. But listen, we talked about Rembert. He's kind of that X-factor guy. Had a big year for them last year. Had an injury. Came back slowly. They worked him in the offense. Having his best game so far. 5 catches, 81 yards. And obviously that big, long 47-yard touchdown catch.
Yep, and he's come on strong. He's looking better each week. He's just a nice compliment to this offense, and he's really provided that senior spark that they've needed here when they needed it most.
Nick Robinette in the game at the top of your screen. Searsaw at the bottom. Bentley in the backfield. There's a fake. Going downfield, and that's a huge hit on Schuster on his blind side. Didn't see it coming. And thankfully, Lawrence Tech able to jump on it. Now Schuster's up off the turf. He's okay. But you hate to see your quarterback taking shots like that, Grant.
Yeah, A.J. Knox comes off this left side here, bottom of your screen here. It's going to be a 5-man pro. Honestly, no, it's 7-man pro. But the back gets out there. Number 77 there, I think that's Ryan Barris. No, that's Dylan Tainer. You just can't hold on to the block long enough. You got 5 for 5. And that's exactly what the defensive coordinator wanted to draw up, right? You can get one-on-one matchups. You just need one guy to win. A.J. Knox is your guy right there. Lawrence Tech evades a turnover, but Schuster takes a huge hit.
Just like that, it's third down and a long 15. After a promising drive, Schuster going to have to pass. Goes downfield looking for his man, Rembert. Rembert was hit. No flag. But before that ball came down, that secondary made some contact. I think that's a missed call right there.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. It looked like the defender definitely extended his arms and pushed Jaden Rembert out of the way to try to improve his positioning for the football there. Stripes, both. Play was right in the middle of both the center stripe and the sideline referee, and unfortunately there's no call.
That could be a difference of a punt here in 7. So we'll keep an eye on that. But obviously that break doesn't go the way of LTU, and because of that sack, they're having to be forced to punt this ball away. Was a promising drive at one point. Punt is up, a high spiraling punt. Fair catch is called for near the 12-yard line, and that's where the Saints will take back over, but going to have to get this offense going. Look pretty good, and just like that, after one play, that sack on his blind side, it kind of just put him in a 3rd and 15. Obviously, you knew you were going to have to pass the ball. Missed call or not, it wasn't called, and a promising drive is ended. It's tough.
You just got to ask your defense here to buckle up.
Make a play.
Make a play. Try to get that ball out some way, somehow, fill the gaps. They've been adding more pressure. Lawrence Tech's definitely been blitzing more this second half as an adjustment to try to slow down the run. But in return, Siena Heights is now putting that ball in the perimeter of some of these playmakers. So let's see what happens here and how these matchups are going to turn out.
Hazenlater gets the ball one more time. He's hit and stopped, brought down. How about that nice play? Brody Snyder near, as he always is, makes the tackle with that big club out there, making plays.
And that's exactly how that should look. D-line was able to affect the play in the backfield, which allowed Brody Schneider then to just directly shoot at the running back there. Sylvester Jones was on the perimeter there, containing the play. That was ran perfectly. That's how you defend the run if you're Lawrence Tech.
2nd down and 9 after the gain of 1. Taylor rolling out to his left. Hits his receiver in the flat, picks up some positive yardage, so they change it up. And it'll be close to the 1st down if they didn't pick it up. But as he was tackled out there, looks like he's down and injured. So they go away from the run and put their quarterback out there on the left sideline, put him in motion, and he hits his receiver in the flat, makes a play, picking up the 1st down. We'll move it up to the 22. Hazenlater in there in the backfield behind Taylor. Goes right back to their talented back. Left side, runs through more tackles once again. And picking up 6-7 yards each time. They were able to stop him on that one play on the tackle by Brody Schneider for just a 1-yard gain, but they go right back to it. And you have to wonder after a while, if you're a running back, I know he's a young guy, but got to get tired eventually, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Lawrence Tech hopes. I mean, but sometimes when you get these runs and you just start bouncing off tackles, provides a little juice, that energy starts flowing, and you can just feel yourself taking over the game. And sometimes you enter a space, you kind of black out, and you go to that extra gear.
There's a pitch to him on the left side, picking up another 1st down. So getting creative with it. In that 1st half, listen, it was right up the gut of the defense. They've started to move their talented back around a bit. Taylor pitches it to him, and they move the chains one more time.
And Siena Heights has done a good job of countering the extra pressure that Lawrence Tech is trying to bring. They're doing a good job of trying to get that ball in the perimeter. They're moving Hazenlater, getting pitches to him, doing a good job of mixing up the mesh points for these handoffs and these throws.
Taylor brings that snap down, high snap, but hands it off to Hazenlater again, right up the teeth.
And it's just, I mean, when you get a push like that left side of the line of scrimmage, you could have fit a semi-truck through there. I mean, the push they got and the linebackers not stepping up to fill the holes makes it tough. And then, before you know it, Hazenlater's already on the 2nd, 3rd level, and he's picking up 5-6 yards, and they're just going to milk this clock, do what they do, and they're playing inside run football right now, and Lawrence Tech can't stop it.
Yeah, like you said, it's around 3 minutes now. 2nd and 4. Taylor goes to the air, hits his receiver. That's Alexander. When he has gone to the air, it's been often to his talented receiver, 10 Alexander. It's Alexander's 7th catch of this ball game.
Reliable target. He's done a good job today at just being a outlet for the quarterback, Elijah Taylor there. That was an RPO. Elijah Taylor decided to throw it, but he had the best of both worlds. He hands that thing off. Hazenlater's picking up another 5. So they got to figure out a way here to kind of stop the pass, but also respect the run because it's hurting you so badly.
Letting that clock tick off. Hazenlater up the middle one more time. I mean, it's the same play. It is the same play, and hats off to this offensive line as well. They're just getting a lot of push.
And you got to imagine the Siena Heights coaches have watched these games that Lawrence Tech have played. They know that the second half isn't the best that Lawrence Tech can play, so why not just stick with what you do? Be mundane and say, hey, come and stop us. That takes a lot of pride out of a team, and you can start slowly seeing guys taking a little longer to get up off the field, up off the ground. That's exactly what Siena Heights wants.
There's a fake to Hazenlater. They go to the receiver on the right side, picking up another 1st down near the 30, around the 32-yard line looks to be.
And that's just the perfect route combination right there. It's cover 4, meaning the corner's got his 4th deep. The safety's got number 2, anything vertical. Corner then has to respect the go route that out routes run on a high safety. You get that all day. That's a matchup Siena Heights likes. They take it. Great route, great catch versus the perfect coverage.
We're under 2 minutes now at 1:30. Play clock at 13. They're just letting it wind down, and why wouldn't you? Hazenleader next, Taylor on the right side. 2 receivers at the top. They go right to Hazenleader one more time, and he looked like he lost his balance a bit there, because if so, he had a lot of room to run through, but thankfully Lawrence Tech able to bring him down for a short gain.
And you got to imagine, I mean, is Hazenleader getting tired? He probably is, but he also sees that defense getting tired, and he knows that one more tackle I can break, one more yard I can get, it's going to help our team. And right now, I mean, why not hand it to him? He's getting 5 yards a pop.
You have to make him stop you. Here they go one more time. That was a high snap. Hazenleader, just too much room on that right side.
No edge set. There's no edge set there. Sylvester Jones gets into the line. They're trying to go tight formation to make the things bounce to their help, but there's no one setting the edge. Hazenleader is just falling right off the table there. Free access. And you can't allow that, especially with a running back that's getting all these yards after contact. When you give him 3 yards to run, he's going to take that all day.
Parting like the Red Sea there, and they may not run. This may be the last play if they run a play here, and why would you? Play clock at 18, clock at 10, winding down, just ticking off, and that's going to be probably the end of this third quarter. And just like that, it's 27-14, and really kind of a gut punch. The way it started, obviously on a positive note for Lawrence Tech. They were able to get a touchdown after they pick up the fumble there, but for Siena Heights, they just come right back out there. They go to their run game, and we'll take a break. But after 3 quarters, it's the Saints up 27-14 over the Blue Devils.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Hey guys, back here on the sideline, Lauren Plant here as we get into the fourth quarter. You know, it's conference games the rest of the way here in the MSFA. The Blue Devils reside in the Mid-Eastern Division, so obviously after this game today, they're going to go on the road. It's going to be a tough game at Taylor next week, but they come home, and it's their final home game, and that is going to be against Madonna, a very winnable game. Last 2 games on the road for the Blue Devils, they are going to be at Concordia, and they are also going to be at Indiana Wesleyan, who's number 1 in the division right now. So, look, you got to win your home games first off. If they do that, they got a good chance to finish the rest of this season strong. It basically all begins today, and this one is not over yet.
This fourth quarter, you have to win this quarter, and you have to stop this run game, which they haven't been able to do for the first 3.
Yeah, it's you know, this is exactly the recipe that you don't want, right? A good run game, you're down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, your biggest enemy now becomes the clock.
And it is. It's at 14-26 here. They've been able to run this ball, but they're going to go empty set. 3 receivers at the bottom. Taylor directing it. Second down play here after no gain on first down. Taylor goes to the left side, has his receiver, didn't turn around the cornerback, and able to lead his receiver in the end zone for the score. I don't think our corner's seen the ball at all. We do have a flag in the backfield, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Offense is staying on the field. Looks like this is going to be
And it is.
Back.
So that touchdown to Bailey Jackson is negated by the hold. So big break here for Lawrence Tech, but you got to take advantage of it.
Yep, hit it right in the head there. Take advantage of it, right? Ronald Lackey, if you're listening, you just had the play where you gave up a touchdown, but you just got gifted an opportunity to go make another play. Your defense has better position now. Forget about that play. The amnesia we talked about in the open, right? It's the next play. No matter what the score is, no matter what the moment is, give it your all right here. Follow your keys, read your technique, and just figure out what you need to do to help your team. Do your 1/11th.
Here we go. Second down and a long 20. All the way back to the 25. 13-point ball game. Lawrence Tech needs a stop here. Taylor once again goes to the air. Hits his big tight end there. Picking up some positive yards, around 4 to 5 yards, but that'll set up third down and long. And a big opportunity for Lawrence Tech. Brody Snyder in on the tackle. And you know they're going to have to pass here. They're going to have to go to the air unless they're going to settle for a field goal, which we haven't seen yet. But you get the feel they're going to do that. So Hazen Leader back in the backfield there. He goes out. He's going to go for a route. There's Taylor. Taylor looking for a man. Got him over the middle of the field, but he's unable to keep his footing, and that's a break. He'll go down. Mackenzie Alibra on the tackle, and that sets up fourth down.
They just try to get back to what they've been doing. They've had success where they go empty set. They motion in. They motion the running back out. See what the defense is giving you, coverage-wise, and then they let 10. Their top receiver here just run under a shallow route essentially, and then they just put the ball on him and let him do the work. And he's hurt us here today with it. He's hurt LTU right there. LTU rallies to the football, forcing a field goal.
Well, we'll see if he can hit this one. 30-yard field goal. It's up and hits the post. Big break, and from that holding call, we've seen it on our drive as well. Off the sack, it can change a drive. And for Lawrence Tech, they get a little bit of a gift, and it keeps it at 27-14. Now got to get your offense out there and make a play.
Yep.
The Centropolis Accelerator is accelerating the growth of Michigan's advanced manufacturing, innovative hardware, entrepreneurs, and small manufacturers by providing access to funding, experts, and key business and product development resources. Companies like Reaction Technologies are successful examples of the partnerships with LTU. We're talking about that offense. Listen, you get a little bit of a gift there, right? It goes off the post. Neither team's been able to connect with their special teams. Got to get a touchdown and got to get that momentum back on your side.
Yeah, and do it in a quick fashion too. You don't want to take your time, but you want to kind of step on the gas a little bit here.
Keon Sanders in there with the carry. Haven't seen a ton of Devon Bentley in quite a while. Hope he's okay. Haven't heard anything, but he's usually out there for most of these plays. But Keon is out there. And he's been a nice change of pace back for this team, but obviously hasn't been the bell cow for the Blue Devils. Second down and 9. 12 minutes left in this game. Schuster going to have to go to the air, looking for a man. As Searsaw there hits him, able to make a catch, but it looks like it's just short. And that'll set up third down. Nope, they do move the sticks. So thought it might be close, but that'll be a Blue Devils first down.
That's a really good route there. Good combination. Runs a quick dig route, about a 10-yard in route right there versus zone coverage. And Schuster has got to sit on that and wait for that to cross that first window. Finds Searsaw, picks up the first down. Good catch, good throw.
So up to the 30-yard line after the first down. Sanders still back there behind Schuster. Two receivers at the bottom. They go to Sanders one more time. Not a lot of room. Absolutely runs into a brick wall of Saints.
And when you run the power, you're pulling that backside guard to the front side. You can't allow any run through right there. Because when you're in that backfield running power, you got to have a nice clean backfield. Running back's got to have some patience. He's got to follow the lead blocker, who in that time was Curtis Maxwell, number 75. So when there's run through, makes everything messy. Running back doesn't know where to go, messes up the timing of the mesh.
Second down and 9, 10:55, down by a couple scores. Schuster rolling out, trying to hit Rembert one more time, just a little bit wide. They're now going to be forced with a third down and long, so haven't seen much of Devon in a couple quarters now. I do see him on the sidelines. Don't know if this is just getting an opportunity to get Keon some carries, but nevertheless, it's third down and 9, and you're forced to throw this ball. So 10:50 left. Got to keep an eye on that clock, down by 2 scores. Ball at 29, third and 9. Schuster, 2 receivers at the bottom. Looks over the left side, trying to go one more time, and it's picked off. Second time in this game that he's been picked off, and when you put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable, and those third down and long, these type of things happen.
Yeah, and I think Schuster here just kind of eyes down where he wants to go the whole time. He's looking left, trying to look off the safety, feels that pressure from the backside and just gets rid of it. Throws kind of a back shoulder fade, but when that receiver's fading away and that DB's coming downhill, he's got the right angle on that. And Schuster, I think this 3-down rush with the 8 drop is just kind of messed with Schuster's vision of the field a little bit today. He hasn't looked quite himself, missing some throws that he's made pretty much every game, and throwing those now I believe 3 interceptions.
Yeah, it is 3. It's been 3.
So just not quite looking himself, and you need him to kind of step it in here and be a leader here in this last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was looking for Jenkins, the tight end, the senior Jenkins. And this is another one of those things where you're seeing they're kind of banged up right now. We've talked about Buddy Banks-Williams, right? They got him involved earlier in the season. He's a little banged up. So now you got to go to some of those other players and need them to make some plays. Now, the realm of engineering has expanded far beyond the boundaries of machine repair. LTU encourages curiosity and innovation to push engineering beyond its boundaries, utilizing the power of science and technology to transform the world. Check all programs at ltu.edu. So after that play, obviously not the way you want your offense to move down the field. Get a first down. You have Keon Sanders out there. Don't know if Bentley is banged up or not, but they're nursing a ton of injuries. We already talked about Buddy Banks-Williams. Haven't seen him today. Trying to involve some of those other players. Just haven't been on him and Schuster so far. Rembert, they've had some chemistry going, but you got to get a stop once again, put your defense in a tough spot. And here we are right here. The nightmare of a defense so far in this game is Hazenleader. Just haven't been able to contain him in this ball game. Just always getting chunk play after chunk play. And really, you're playing against 2 people right now. You're playing against Siena Heights, and you're also playing against the clock, which is 10 minutes left.
Yep, and we know already that Lawrence Tech, they don't have the best resume at staying in games, keeping the confidence up. And when you mix in a running back that it looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on, that's a recipe for success for Siena Heights.
Hazenleader in the backfield. Second down and short. He goes right up the gut, and he's able to move that line, just not able to bring him down. Ran right through it.
You can see what team wants it right now, where the desire for it is, and it's on this offensive side right here. You're going to see Hazenleader take this ball. He gets a puller, 62 at the point of attack with a great block. He cuts inside, gets inside that next 49, the tight end, and then he's just running through those tackles. It's all about want to, and right now Hazenleader in this offense for Siena Heights, they want it. Lawrence Tech needs to find some of that, needs to find some of that courage and fight back here late in this game.
Grant, that was carry number 40, 230 yards. That's unbelievable. There's carry number 41. And he looks as fresh as he did in the beginning, but we got a flag on the play. Usually that's a holding call, and it is. It does look like holding, and it's going to come back 5 yards, so that helps LTU a little bit. But if I tell you somebody goes for 40 carries and they got 230-plus yards with a score, you're thinking, well, it's probably going to be a long day for this defense, and it has, man.
It has, and just when we thought, Lawrence Tech was going to have a little bit of an edge there because their run defense has been really good, and it's been the secondary that we've had concerns about. Siena Heights comes in here with this tree trunk of a man in Hazenleader, and they said from this first snap, we're going to give him the ball 6-7 times a drive, and that formula has worked here today.
So moves it back now, first down in a long 20, all the way back to the 37. Hazenleiter goes right up the gut, getting more positive yardage. 5, 6, 7 yards every time. Just unable to stop, and it's that push from this offensive line, as you said. You can tell, listen, they want it. They're feeling good. They got a lot of confidence, and why wouldn't you? You got a guy with 230 yards. You're doing some things right.
You got to feel good about that. I know the coaches on that sideline are feeling good about it. And if you're Lawrence Tech, here's an opportunity. You know, Hazenleiter steps out. Let's go ahead and say, you know what? Let's try to steal another turnover. Last time Hazenleiter didn't touch the ball, you know, at the running back position, they got a turnover. That's what I would try to shift my focus to here.
Quincy Johnson in there, but Taylor's going to throw the ball, looking for his man, able to make that catch, hauled it in. I do believe he got at least 1 foot in, and he did. That was a heck of a play. That's Chris Coleman. Check it out on the juggle.
Yeah, Chris Coleman here. You get the quarterback, Elijah Young, the lefty, rolling left. And he's done a good job finding his targets today, you know, just finding the matchups. He gets that route ran against the safety, Xavier McDonald, puts the ball right on him, and Coleman catches that, puts a foot down, secures it through the ground. And Siena Heights is deep in the red zone here.
So it'd be an absolute backbreaker here. You had them at 1st and 20. They get the first down. They bring in another tailback, picking up 5, 6 yards once again. That's number 24 in there, Quincy Johnson Jr. So Hazenleiter gets a little bit of a water break, comes right back in the game, says, hey, I'll take that 6, though, if we're going to score.
Yeah, they took the batteries out, put some new batteries in Hazenleiter, and they're going right back to him. You got to believe it. And here it's just, you know, Lawrence Tech, it's coming down to, you know, not giving up, fighting through the whistle. You can tell by some of this body language that they're feeling like this game is out of reach. And as each second goes off, you know, a little bit of that encouragement and that motivation starts ripping off as well.
At 7 minutes, letting that play clock just wind down. A little bit of miscommunication there. I think that was supposed to go to Hazenleiter. Taylor just pulled it back. So a little bit of miscommunication helps them out. Not sure if he was supposed to take that carry or he was going to pull out no matter what, but unable to connect with his receiver, and that helps LTU because not only is it incompletion, but it does stop that clock at 7 minutes.
Yep, and you know, didn't hurt you there. You know, had an opportunity there to come away with the play, ended up not letting them make a bad play good. And right here you got Wildcat. Got to lock in on Hazenleiter here as he's hurt you in this formation a lot today.
3rd down and 3, and he picks it up and more. Another touchdown for Hazenleiter. You know it's coming, and you just can't stop it. Frustrating for a coaching staff.
Yeah, it's like you're playing with your big brother out back, and he's just holding your head down. And you can't get around him on the hoop court. You know, it's one of those deals. And right now, Siena Heights is the big brother in this matchup, and they're just doing anything they want. And you'll see this run here by Hazenleiter out of the Wildcat here. It's just going to be a run left here, getting extra guys at the point of attack, and guys falling on the ground, you know, wrapping up late. You know, it's just that encouragement is down, the motivation is down, right? They look up at the scoreboard, they see there's 5 minutes left, and it's kind of been the story of the season, unfortunately.
I mean, it is a bit of bully ball. Like you said, they're saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. You just try to stop it, and they have not been able to do it. Haven't stopped them. In that 3rd quarter, they didn't have a 3rd down. We found that out. You know, that's just an offense that's been clicking, doing what they want to do, the way they want to do it. You got a running back with 41 carries for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a good couple of weeks for a lot of guys.
Yeah, like you said, and you know, he was the supreme leader in rushes, carries, yards here for this team, and you talk about just really separating yourself from the rest of the pack there. Yeah. He has done that. He'll probably win some honors after this game. This is, you know, resembling that game Devon Bentley had a few weeks back when he had the 300-plus. You know, this is just, you know, we can't forget here, too. This is, you know, a whole new staff, right? 40 new players on this roster. Yep. It's a first year, you know, kind of rebuild of the regime. Let's not get too lost in the sauce here. You know, they do want to see improvement week to week, but this is still, they're still trying to figure out their identity, still trying to figure out on this team who has what it takes to, you know, get across that finish line. And you know, these are things that it's going to get worse before it gets better, and that's usually how it is in those rebuild years.
Well, that's Garrett there that gets that punt, gets past the 35, but no, kind of just going with that point that you said. This is no disrespect to last year's coaching staff or anything like that. They're in a better spot. They've got a vision for this team, and they knew they were going to struggle. And like you said, there's going to be some bumps along the way. Well, no other field of study has benefited humankind more than health sciences. Curiosity combined with compassion has led to thousands of advancements over our history, all dedicated to patient care. The knowledge and curiosity of caring is the magic in health sciences. Check all programs at ltu.edu. Lawrence Tech has to score. We know that. Down 36-14, and they got to do it in a hurry. Got to go to the air. Schuster looking for a man. That's Bentley. Bentley over the middle, picking up the first down and more. Won't be brought down. Just fighting for those yards, but you got to get right back in the huddle. That hurry-up offense.
Yep, you're in your 2-minute mode here, and you look at Devon Bentley. That's a guy that you can tell that each snap he runs, he plays, he's out on that field, he wants it. You can tell he's hungry to try to help his team just by the effort alone. Devon Bentley has definitely been a bright spot on this team in the dark times that we've come across.
Looks like we got a player who's injured on the field, able to get to his feet. It's Joshua Mack, the linebacker for the Saints. So clock stopped near 6:20. You're going to have to score quick, and you're going to have to get an onside kick at this point. You put yourself in that position. A lot's going to have to go your way. Crazier things have happened, but you got to get this score first. Schuster looking for his receiver, hits him. I believe that's Robinette out there getting his first catch.
Ryan Schuster's pass is complete to number 10, Charles Tigert.
That's Tigert getting his first catch.
Rotating guys in. He stepped in earlier in the game, but that's his first catch today.
So Tigert getting his first catch. That makes it second down and manageable. 5:45. 2nd and 3. Schuster looking over the middle one more time. Hits his guy, Tigert. Another catch. Back-to-back catches for him. Got to get right back to the line. They're getting the play, getting lined up here, trying to move things here, move the chains, and got to get some points on the board in a hurry. Schuster with Bentley behind him, 3 receivers at the bottom. Schuster looking at the top, however, hits his man again, thrown down. That's Searsaw.
They're moving the ball well right now. Only a 3-down rush. The O-line's doing a good job giving Schuster some time to throw here. He's finding the targets. He's getting the ball out with conviction. Let's see if they can go ahead and put something together here and get another 7 on this board.
2nd down and 2. Schuster again going to the air. Hits Bentley. Bentley picks up the first down and able to get out of bounds. Heads up play from the talented back there.
Yeah, good read right there. They're just running that dig that we saw Searsaw catch earlier with that flat route by Devon Bentley. The read is if that linebacker sits and holds on the flat route, you then wait, hit the dig route. That time that linebacker sat in the window of the dig. So Schuster does the right thing, gets the ball out immediately to his running back, Devon Bentley. Devon Bentley turns up for a first down.
Taking a little bit of time to get back on the line. Schuster again, got to go as a receiver and just a little bit behind one more time. Unable to connect, and that'll set up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that's just been kind of, Schuster's day-to-day, a little bit off, a little bit outside, a little bit behind the receivers. This coverage that Siena Heights is bringing, they're creating some different type of shells where everyone's kind of dropping back, but then guys rotate. So it's giving Schuster some issues trying to see the defense, and right now he's had a good drive so far. Let's see if he can keep it going.
2nd down and 10, 4:26 left in this ball game. Schuster once again, pressure in his face, trying to hit Tigert one more time, unable to connect, just a little bit too short. Had him for a touchdown. But there is a flag on the field. And that's going to be on Sienna Heights and the personal foul. So we'll keep this drive moving on the automatic first down.
And Sienna Heights there, they've been dropping 8 guys. That time they bring 5. They add another rusher. Schuster's time didn't have enough of it to make a good throw. Had Tigert, like you said, Dave, crossing the middle of the field there, one-on-one coverage, one inside. Exactly what you want. Like to see Schuster standing there, know he's going to take the hit, throw it. but they get bailed out there and they get that personal foul roughing the passer.
So ball at the 9-yard line. Schuster looking for a receiver. Looking for a man with the fade. Goes to Rembert. Rembert juggling that ball. Almost came down with it, but it goes out of bounds. That's a heck of an effort by the receiver there.
Heck of an effort, and that's a good ball location there, high and away, giving your receiver an opportunity to catch it and nobody else. I think he had the slant on the inside here. Let's check it out. I think Searsaw comes open, but Schuster's sitting there trying to get it to his taller receiver, Jaden Rembert. Gives him an opportunity there, and Jaden can make these catches. He knows that. Goes up, and that's good defense there. The DB plays through the hands. And good job there by number 0, Amir Stewart.
Second down now for LTU. Schuster hands off to Bentley. Bentley making a couple cuts. Makes a spin move, just nowhere to go. Just a brick wall of Saints right there.
That's a defense that's hustling to the football. And the more guys you can get to the ball, the better success you have. 1, more guys at the tackle, less chance he's going to break the tackle. 2, he fumbles, say, your guys are on the ball, good chance you're going to pick that up. So that Siena Heights defense flew to that football. That's what you would like to see Lawrence Tech do on the opposite side as well.
Problem with running that ball, that clock's still winding down at 3:44 now. Just don't have a lot of time. Schuster going over the middle, trying to hit his big tight end. Unable to connect with Logan Tackett. Love to see your big guy come down with that one.
Yeah, you would, and that's tough there right there. They're playing, the defensive line there was in their spots. They're usually head up on the center and the guys in 4 eyes outside the tackles. But then the linebackers, they were on the line of scrimmage and they rotated late to that drop 8 coverage there. 3 guys in the middle of that defense. Schuster picture got muddied up, tries to put a ball on his guy, just couldn't complete it.
Well, that sets up 4th down. Here it is. Lawrence Tech needs the points and in a hurry. Schuster, well, that's a flag on the play. Almost goes down. Pressure gets to him. Somehow makes a throw. It's knocked down. We'll have to wait and see who this flag is on. And that'll be declined, and they'll turn that over. It's a false start. So that's been the story of the day. There's been promising drives, just haven't been able to complete it.
Yeah, and I know that the clock is not your friend today, but maybe would have liked to see them there down close to the red zone. You got Devon Bentley, little halfback draw there. You got 3 guys rushing, 3 guys dropping in the middle of the field. Devon Bentley's got enough speed, enough juice. You get good numbers, get those linemen onto the linebackers there. I think you would have had a good opportunity there. They just drop everybody in the end zone, and Schuster can't find where to put the ball, and unfortunately there was the false start, then it negates the whole thing.
That's all going to be tough now to come back. Let's be honest. Anything can happen. We've said it, but just 3:27 left. That may have wrapped this one up. We've got Hazenleader in the backfield. Hazenleader up the middle. Doesn't get a lot there. Just a strong run. Good job by Lawrence Tech. But like we said, they're just going to let this clock keep winding down all the way to zeros. Listen, the story of this game, we said his name a million times. Hazenleader, over 40 carries. We thought in the first half, hey, he might be on pace for that. They kept with the game plan, and it just worked for them. Able to put up 34 points just by putting the ball on the ground. It was effective and efficient. 2nd down and 10. Play clock winding down to 10. They'll let it go all the way down to 1 or 2 here, and before they snap this ball and go right back to their workhorse back, the definition of a workhorse back, Hazenleader, who picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that carry, setting up 3rd down and short with 2:25 left in the ball game.
Yeah, and here is just, this is kind of that gray area in the game, right? Lawrence Tech looks like they're going to be out of this one. Siena Heights is just barreling their way down the field here, and this is kind of check time, right? You want to see who's going to still give the full effort here on these last 2 minutes, regardless of what's going on around you, right? You're down 20. Who cares? Go make a tackle. Go make a play. Go put something on film that you can be proud of. And then, too, another thing is, a good opportunity to get some of these young guys in and get some opportunities.
Well, be sure to join us for our next broadcast, November 2nd, as your Blue Devils take on Madonna University for Senior Day. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock right here on the LTU Sports Network. Well, Grant will be here for that one. Obviously, this is going to be a tough loss because it's conference play the rest of the way. It was a new season, a new opportunity. Coach Merchant says, listen, they're at a crossroads right now. I don't know who I'm going to get out here, and that's respectfully said. You don't know. There's a lot of talent that they still need. They are showing a lot of fight. We know that, but after putting up 70 points in a ball game, you think, okay, maybe we're turning the corner. This is a tough loss.
Yeah, it's just they haven't found the rhythm. They haven't found that midseason form that, they haven't found what works for them in each game. They kind of find things here and there. It comes on at parts in the game. You get excited about it, but it's never that complete, full picture that you want to see out of your team. And that's your first-year struggles. That's what you're going to run into. And, they just got to find a way to have rhythm throughout the whole game, complementary football. And like you said, another thing is getting the right guys on the field for your team and getting your guys, your recruits into the school and working with those guys.
Hazenleader one more time is going to pick up that first down and more, and that's it. He's going to ice this one with that first down. But let's just look at some of these numbers. In terms of rushing attempts, almost 50. We're going to hit 50 here for Sienna Heights, 20 for Lawrence Tech. They were put in a position where they were behind. They had to throw the ball. Rushing yards, 278 yards for this Saints ball club. Going to be tough to win ball games when you give that much up on the ground.
Yeah, it's debilitating. It really it kind of shocks your team when you have no response. It's tough.
So we just wait for the time to tick off of the clock here. Play clock down to 4. Giving it back to their talented back. He's been busy today. Near 1 minute. And then you look at some of these other stats, and they tell a story for you. 25, now 26 first downs, just 14 for Lawrence Tech. They've struggled in the second half all year round, and it continued today. It really did. And until you're going to change that narrative is going to be with your team, and your opponent knows that.
Yeah, and they came out strong in the second half there to start the game. They got the turnover that they wanted, but just couldn't keep adding on to that. And talk with Coach Merchant, it's 2 steps forwards, it's 3 steps back.
Yeah.
And in order to go forward, you got to have more positive plays than negatives. And right now, this team is a lot of negative, and they're looking for the positive. They want to find the positive, and who's going to bring it forward? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question, but as we go on with this season, you might see some of these younger players out there. You just don't know. So that is going to be the final as this clock winds down. Lawrence Tech scores the first opportunity of this ball game. They started off 7-0. It was 20 consecutive points for the Saints, and in this second half, after Lawrence Tech gets a touchdown, the Saints just took over and it didn't let up. The final here is going to be 34-14. Grant, some final thoughts here today. We've said it. Listen, it's a team that was at crossroads. They had a chance for a new season here, and there's still time. They're all conference games the rest of the way out. But if you're looking in terms of a goal for this team, hey, fellas, if we win out, we can still be competitive in this conference and have a winning record there.
Yeah, you're at the point where you want to try to tailor the end of your season to try to give you some momentum, some energy for the next season. You're tailing off here, and I'm trying to think of what you'd say as a head coach. I've never been one, but I've been around them, and my thinking is, hey guys, we're going to jump in this foxhole. We're going to get underground here. We're going to get in the submarine. Whoever's in, jump in, buy in now, because it's don't hop on the bandwagon later.
Well, that'll be our final. The final here at Lawrence Tech is a fall to the Saints 34-14. For Lauren playing on the sidelines, Grant Perry, my partner, I'm Dave Siseski. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
This Lawrence Tech Athletics broadcast is brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are proud to be the automotive sponsor of LTU Athletics. Chevy drives the Motor City. Henry Ford Sports Medicine treats the whole athlete. To make an appointment, visit henryford.com/athletes. And Michigan First Credit Union. Michigan First offers a full range of financial products and services, including checking accounts, mobile deposit, student loans, and car loans. Visit michiganfirst.com for details.